It is your Wednesday night sports delight, the platform sports talk show, and to now be alarmed, ladies and gentlemen. This man is here.
What? Who? Me? Oh, shucks.
The man is here, y'all. It's the platform sports talk show. I am your boy Smooth.
And I'm Stanton, baby.
And when it's about sports,
it becomes our business. And business just picked up. Yes, it did.
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. Chilling another day.
Hold on, air.
Knuckle punch.
See, we was always doing like pre-COVID stuff before COVID happened, so
we are COVID friendly.
So last week, this man here was doing some. He was catching flights, not feelings and stuff.
Oh no, I was.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. You catching the highway.
I was catching the highway. I wasn't. It was a nice group of us, so we took a caravan. We went and we drove together. Not really, because some people got there before others. But we were we were all close within.
Look at Joe's.
Hi, Stanton, money. Hi, Joe, is it? Oh, my God, it's nice to meet you as well.
It's a pleasure to meet you, and hello, Miss Williams.
Hey, Miss Williams, how you doing?
Okay, I'm sorry.
So we proceeded to just drive. Some of us got there earlier than others. All in all, I had a great time. I had my toes in the sand, man. It's been a minute.
Got to.
So, it felt good. And, yeah, I almost got hooked, too. Somebody was fishing out there. And so what happened is somebody was fishing. So I swear on everything I love, I was walking a straight line in that ocean. But them waves was powerful. I'm like, oh, okay, so now I'm over here.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm like, I'm still walking straight, but I'm getting pushed a little bit. Okay, all right, cool. And there's a guy fishing, and he's like motion and move. And I'm like, what happened? I was like, And I stepped on something. I was like, oh, he fishing. So I was like, let me get out the way before I get hooked and become the catch of the day. Because I don't think I taste good in a season. So, it was a white man.
Hey, that's the one thing about the ocean, man. It doesn't matter what size you are. When that water wants to move you,
you move it.
When I move, you move.
Just like that. Like, I don't like you right here. Go over here.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Do what you want. I am just here.
You will never win. You will never win.
Never win. And you know what? I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
All in all, I had a good time. The water was a little chill. I was expecting it to warm up. It never did.
Oh.
But shout out to Myrtle Beach. It was a great time. We stayed in North Myrtle Beach, so we dealt with all of the old retired white people. Like, the next door neighbor to us in the Airbnb we were staying in, I saw him. I was sitting out on the patio, and I saw him walk across the street to the beach with his cup of coffee, barefoot.
Wow.
Just like nothing. I'm like, oh, you live here.
Right.
This is and then, like, on the way back, and I'm walking, and I'm like, you know what? I saw this white man walking with his shoes off, and I was like, that's crazy. And then I'm walking on the street. But, this kind of comfortable. Like, I don't know what they pave streets by beaches with, but that is a comfortable pavement for barefoot walking.
You'll never have no glass, it's not that
they
crazy.
Keep it clean.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? You remember, you were probably out of school around the time. Anyway, when they had the pavement, that special pavement on the playgrounds, and it was just something.
Yeah.
It was like that black stuff. That's what I feel like they cut the streets with.
It was like kind of like rubberish.
It was like a rubber pavement.
Yeah.
I still don't know what it was, but it was something magnificent. I feel like that's what they cut the streets with, by beaches. So all in all, I had a great time. I definitely want to travel some more. It's like, okay, cool. So I traveled during Corona, so I'm feeling good. So my next trip is probably the Californias.
Nice.
Somewhere. Definitely not doing Florida. I want to do New York. I have family up there, but I told them like 2022. Like we gotta wait till COVID is like
Yeah.
Because New York was that hot center, and I'm not trying to go to that Twinkie looking for the cream filling. I'm not. I'm cool. I'm cool with my ho-hos over here. Pause.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Here they come now. The chat. Now, nigga, stop.
What?
The chats. No.
But, who in the chat?
But just to me, on a personal tip, I do want to commend you for all the hard work that you have been putting in over these last few months, man.
I appreciate you.
Seeing the progress.
I appreciate you. Man.
We know people don't know outside of the show, but between us, just what you have gone through. and for you to put in that work to make your health matter. You know what I'm saying? So congrats to you on that.
I appreciate you,
real
sir.
talk. Congrats on that.
Appreciate
it's good to see us as black men taking care of our bodies, our health, not trying to have nothing stop us from maximizing our potential,
which is
our goals.
Definitely. I strongly emphasize doing your regular doctor's appointments, even for the things as small as getting your teeth cleaned. That matters a lot, fellas. Ladies don't like funky breath. Teeth cleanings
or butter.
That too. Take it out. So make sure you get your regular checkups, whether they are yearly or or every 2 months or every 6 months. Make sure you get it done, and like your health matters. You have things that you need to stick around for, whether you see it right now or not. There are people that are dependent on you, so put your health on the forefront. Make it a priority. I did, and I'm glad I did. Shout out to Dr. Yolanda Bledsoe. That's my primary care physician. She's booked out the ass, so you can't get in to see her. I think if I didn't get priority because of 6 months, like when I booked her, I had to book her for like 3 months out. And then when I was working at BJC, I was hearing all the doctors, they're booking out. One doctor was booking out into 2020, which at one point I thought was like, and it was in 2018 when I was saying that. And I was like, oh, wow. And then there was one that was booking out until 2021. And I'm like, people are making their health a priority, and it's something that isn't, recognized in the black community. And I want us to take care of us because we got to look out for ourselves.
Yeah, we do.
Come on now. They not gonna hurt you.
No.
They might stick you with a needle one time.
They ain't trying to hurt you. They're just trying to help you.
Right. You gotta help them help you.
Right.
What mama used to say before they used to whoop our ass, it's gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you, which is still a lie.
One of the most overrated statements.
It's gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt. How?
Right. How, mama?
You feel it emotionally. I can't sit down for 45 minutes to an hour. Okay? You taking out work frustrations and then what I did.
Right.
Like, what? I don't like that.
I started about, it's been a long time since I was able to change camera views because we just been doing, the
Zooms and whatnot. Change it again on.
Right. But for those who've been watching throughout this whole pandemic and everything, first timers, thank you for watching.
We appreciate you.
Definitely appreciate it, man. It's been a minute since we had people in the getaway because we've been doing the mobile and the Zoom and everything. So to everyone, even our past guests, shouts out to y'all. Last week we had Kurt Hunziker and Kerry Davis. Great interviews that we've been having. Steve Savard, the whole nine. It's been great. This is the Platform Sports Talk Show, your Wednesday night sports delight. Make sure y'all give us a follow on Facebook, on Twitter. Go on YouTube, subscribe, click on that
bell.
Because anytime we go live.
You right there. Yes, you. Watching us right now. Trying to cook dinner. That's too much salt.
Save us some.
You.
We coming.
What you cooking? Is it healthy? No.
Right.
You will be notified. Yeah, you will.
There it is. Go ahead and get y'all shares going. Let everybody know what's going on. Right now, we have a lot to discuss.
Tell your cousin and them that we on the air.
We on the air. We here. So, yeah, as you can see, as of right now, this week, today, we don't have a special guest.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute
since it's just been the crew.
Yeah, kind of feels good, though.
It feels good. Feel like we back home. It feels like we about to cut up.
Yeah.
Lord, because we could talk about the topics, because it's a lot to talk about.
It is.
WWE is picking up, and I feel like it's about to mess up because there was some negative responses to some things, and we'll talk about that too.
You can talk about it right now.
Oh, we can talk about it right now. It's the round table open.
It's whatever.
It's the round table. Come on now. The
round table is officially open.
So I am 100% a fan of heel Roman Reigns.
Yes.
But I feel like they're going to cut it.
They can't.
Twitter is going nuts.
Because they're down like
parents. It's parents
with
children. I've seen
that.
Forgot all about the kids.
And that was the main reason why McMahon didn't have John Cena turn heel, because he knew how much of the impact he had.
And then it's like it's not just any kids. It's kids who are fighting cancer. I'm seeing parents like my child has been fighting leukemia, looks up to you. My child cried watching you do that. And it's like, dang. It's like, it looked good, but we have to understand this isn't the ruthless aggression area anymore. Like, this is real. Like, they are kicking. Like, kids are watching it more. Like, kids are allowed to watch it more because it's been PG'd down. So now for that was TV 14 right there.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching that like, all that was missing was some true authentic blood.
Right.
I was like, wow.
Getting them all shots.
Roman Reigns, you beat this is your blood. Like, I know it wasn't supposed to be funny, but when he picked his face up, like, call me the chief. Right. It looked like he was smiling.
He had the camera right there. He doing all this like.
Jey Uso looked like he was smiling a little bit. It was like, I know he in pain, but why it looked like he's smiling? I didn't know what was happening. I loved it. It looked good, but I feel like they're gonna cut it short. I feel like we're gonna get a few more matches, and then it's gonna be, or either that or they're gonna dial it back, because that was aggressive. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. That was like they had an argument the night before. He beat the living hell out of that man.
Yeah.
I was like, good Lord. He hit a Rough Rider.
he did all that.
Did it all.
I'm sorry, Joe said Stan hasn't lost a beat though.
You know, you got to be on. Right. So between that and then Monday.
Now I haven't seen the whole show, but I know what happened in regards to Ali.
Oh, that was I like what they did there. They reminded us about his promos.
Yep.
It's like they tied it all in. I was like, oh, I like that. So Ali was the hacker all along. Yeah. And Retribute, wow, it looks good. I love it.
What's your thoughts of their mask though?
On who? All of them. Yeah. One looks like Bane.
Yeah.
The other ones are okay. They just need to fix that Bane looking one for copyright purposes. I don't know how they did it, but I'm interested in how they're going to work with Ali. This is big for him.
Yes.
This is really big.
Definitely
and he definitely deserves it.
Yeah.
He's been grinding. He's been putting in the work. I love it. And I'm interested.
I mean, think about it. He's going to be where Kofi Kingston ended up being was where Ali could have been.
Supposed to exactly, because he did get. So this is his. I like, but they switched him, and I like that.
Right.
I'm like, all right, let's see how he works as a heel. Let's see how he does this. I'm definitely intrigued.
If you have any WWE fans, let us know. Give us your thoughts on the state of the WWE, because Friday you have the draft.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a whole lot of moving and shaking. Maybe you might see Rollins go to SmackDown finally. Who knows? Man,
if Rollins goes to SmackDown, that's gonna be because we, you know, that Rollins versus Reigns beef, we didn't really get that for real.
Especially having this kind of Reigns.
Exactly, and then Reigns was also injured, and then it was always the three of them. We never got one versus the other, and then Rollins got hurt, and then Reigns had to deal with his leukemia.
Right.
So we never got that situation. We always got Dean and Seth. Roman never really got his ish off with Seth.
It wasn't a long storyline.
It wasn't. And, you know, it might be too far of a reach to go all the way back to 2000, what was that, 14? Like go 6 years back, that might be a reach.
When he initially,
yeah, when the first betrayal happened, like it might be too far to go all the way back, but that would be interesting to see Rollins versus Reigns.
Yeah. I look forward to it, man. Just keep it up. I know SmackDown has been hot. What has your thoughts been on the Raw? What it's called, Raw Background or Raw
Underground?
Underground, yeah.
I like it. It's just straight up fighting. I don't know what Dolph Ziggler's small ass keep going in there for.
Yeah.
Like that I don't get.
I feel like they need to really utilize that as a stepping stone for wrestlers who don't get as much shine. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Use that to give others that shine that they're not getting, whether it's 3 hours on Raw or 2 hours on SmackDown.
Which they are. They had that one guy who was undefeated and until he went against Braun. I was like, that was a big dude.
Yeah.
So that was dope. I like what they're doing with Raw. I also like the storyline back on SmackDown with Alexa Bliss and The Fiend.
Yeah.
That just picked up big time on Friday. I was like, oh, so they just confirmed it. There it is.
Then seeing Big E getting a singles push as well.
Yeah,
Having a story with Sheamus.
which is pretty cool because I don't know if you've noticed, but Big E is he toned it up. He getting in shape. He slimming down a little bit. I like what I'm seeing. I feel like he deserves another championship run because, you know, he held the Intercontinental, and I believe, I'm not sure if he held the United States, but I know he held the IC. But I just think he needs another run at it. I believe it's about that time.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how they would
run. He's back on
it.
TV, but I'm not sure if he's ready to actually wrestle.
Yeah, but I was thinking like a solo run for him. I don't know how that would work exactly. Because I mean, not to say he's not talented, but with the role that he plays in WWE,
they would have to switch him to a different show.
It would have to. But then they gonna break up the New Day?
No, like for instance, remember how MVP was saying if you go to SmackDown, you still be part of the Hurt Business. You just be representing on SmackDown too, because we about to be global with this thing. It's about to be all over the place.
Speaking of which, I've grown to love the Hurt Business.
Oh yeah,
they needed a fourth member, and people are like, this is the Black Four Horsemen. No, it's not. If it's like, I don't know how many people they can. That'd be probably the biggest, that probably be the largest African American faction, because, you know, the Legion, they had like what, 4 people?
Yeah. You talking about the Nation of Domination?
Yeah, the Nation. What did I say? The Legion?
Yeah, it was 4.
The Nation. Yeah, it was 4 of them.
The Rock, Pride, Godfather. You know, before he was a Godfather.
Mark Henry.
Yeah.
So yeah, they could do that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely the WWE. I will commend them for taking steps and always being one step ahead with this process, because AEW had something going with this big space, but now it's like, okay, you want to do that? Cool, we'll go to this dome, but oh hey, we gonna put some fans in there, which was pretty dope. And then they did it for NXT too.
Right, I saw that.
Which, you know, I'm like, and y'all thought AEW was gonna be a problem.
I mean, you know, they making moves, but I don't think it'll ever get to a point where they will, because they're only competing against really NXT.
Dang. I mean, well, yeah, but it's honest, yeah, because those are NXT level names right there.
Right.
Like, you know, well, with the exception of Cody and Dean and the main people on AEW.
A lot of people who was brought up from NXT to go to the main roster. There you go. From people who was on the NXT to go to the main roster, but didn't have that mainstay there. Mm-hmm. Now they're going to AEW to get that light. So it is what it is. But like I said, man, like you said earlier, Roman Reigns, I love it. It's just different. You know, I love how you can hear the conversations during the match. I love that part. It just makes it more real. You know, Paul Heyman gonna do Paul Heyman. So
and then I also don't feel like that was his final.
Oh no.
Like that's how he's gonna be coming out. Like, I feel like they're gonna change more things. Like,
oh yeah, he already said in due time they're gonna change up the music and everything. So, but I think we all kind of figured he gonna come out with just no vest. You know what I'm saying? Like
when he came out, I don't think
you saw nothing different in regards to pants, or shoes. But yeah, just coming out like he did. He said he's in that shape. He had the look that he always wanted to have. So he came out and boom, it's on and popping.
It's like, let's go.
Let's get it.
And was abusing.
Let's get it.
Jimmy, good Lord.
Yeah. So let me see what happened here. Is that good news? All right. So we are deep into the NBA playoffs. Oh, and for those wondering, Bunny will be joining us very soon. She just getting stuff together, and then she'll be joining us, not in person, but on Zoom. So she will be with us momentarily, and we'll definitely get her feedback as well in regards to. Oh, matter of fact, I think she's ready to rock and roll. Let me go ahead and add her on now. Bunny, can you hear us? Can you hear us? There she go.
Uh-oh. Tuning in, there she is.
To the
reporting
left,
live.
to the left, to the left. What's going on, buddy?
Evening, gentlemen. How art thou?
Oh, we are doing well. What's going on your way?
Trying to keep my head above water.
But you're still here.
And in the background, I have the vice presidential debate on.
How's that going? Is it going better than the other one?
It's about to get started, and I'm ready to see soon to be Vice President Kamala rip Pence up. Y'all know when you come in for a black woman, when we ready to debate, y'all know how we are. Come on now.
All right.
And she's a prosecutor. Naturally, this is our backyard. This is nothing.
And she AKA, they naturally got that clap back there.
That doesn't matter because that's not the sorority I'm in. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about presidential debate and Kamala should rip into vice president. That's all we're gonna talk about. You know what it is. Let's get cracking as you were just talking about some NBA talk. Let's do this.
First of all, let me just say, Delta's got my heart anyway, so it don't matter to me. Pie out.
You know, you already know.
There it is.
Actually, we have a few gentlemen's hearts. You know how we are.
Now she want to brag when she ain't here in person. Now she want to go here and brag, but earlier, no, I'm telling you. Okay, Bunny, I got you. I got you, Bunny. I got you.
That's right. Sip on my water.
Sips on bottle.
Are you
Of
sure?
water?
Are you sure that's water?
Yes, it is water. We are a non-alcoholic show.
We popping champagne up
Be
here
doing
talking
this
about.
free advertisement for them, but
Right. All right, so as Bunny said, let's get right into it. The NBA Finals, as you know,
I told you.
Game 4 went down last night,
I told you.
and the Heat are well on their way of what Stan was saying before,
I told you.
of a gentleman's sweep.
I told you.
LeBron
I
had...
said they would get one, maybe 2 games. So we'll see what happens next game.
It's
Nah,
five.
it's
5.
I think you said 3 games, too. You like 2 or 3.
I said 2. They may push it to a game 7, but I know at least I gave them 1 win. A lot of people were saying none. They said it's sweet. I'm like, nah, Jimmy Buckets ain't gonna let them go out like that.
Yeah.
Now DeBio's coming back next game too, right?
He played last night.
That's right. He did play last night. I forgot.
Yeah, he played
He
last
did,
night.
but-
He did his thing, and I asked Bunny this last week. I don't think you was on the show or you left out. Do you feel that Anthony Davis is LeBron James' best teammate he's ever had?
By far.
Oh, whoa.
By far. Who's better? Who?
You tell me D Wade didn't do anything for him? Wait a minute, brother.
No, he ain't saying that.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if we have to rate
Teammate.
his best teammate right now, his best teammate is Anthony Davis.
Wait a minute.
It's AD.
Again,
Because
D Wade, Anthony Davis. We know D Wade's proven himself and then some. He got a ring without LeBron. He's got one with LeBron. Let's see again if AD can handle his own without LeBron. And let's just say he's doing all this in the playoffs now. Let's just see again next year if he can do this. It's too early to give him the title of best teammate. I'm sorry.
Hey, so look, real quick. Kendrick Perkins said AD is the best teammate LeBron James ever had.
okay, if that is your standing defense, I can't.
Oh no.
Yeah, 'cause you know we
Wait,
don't
wait. It gets better. Dwayne Wade responded back and said, Perk, I agree with you.
Well, Bunny, there you go.
My only thing else I would say, D Wade and AD don't play the same position, so that makes a difference too.
Exactly. It's like D Wade had his skill set, but with Anthony Davis, he is a player who is working on being versatile on both
He
sides.
is a force everywhere.
He's working on that. He's come up with crucial blocks through this whole playoffs, and he's also come up with crucial shots. He's detrimental on both sides. Like not detrimental. He's imperative on both sides. He's something that you need. So that is why it. No disrespect to D Wade, he's a strong number 2, but Anthony Davis is number 1. Hello.
Bunny, you there?
Hello? Uh-oh. She was like, you know what? I'm sick of this.
Right, you know what? I can't take any more of this.
I can't.
I was multitasking.
Oh, okay.
You know, many hats.
Okay.
I'm sorry, repeat the last thing you said, my bad.
The last thing I said is no disrespect to D Wade, he's a strong number 2, but as far as best teammate right now, it's Anthony Davis.
So then we almost we comparing and we're not. I said the different positions. You said, yeah, okay. D Wade's giving AD props, but again, it's not apples and oranges, but still to me, if D Wade thinks that's fine. But from what I've seen what D Wade did, and then AD hasn't had enough time to prove himself. Time will tell. But as of now, it's D Wade.
I mean,
hey, I bet you won't say J.R. Smith.
I don't think Stan had was up. I don't think Stan had enough Henny yet to say it.
All I had was just 2 shots of Jack. I ain't had enough. He thought that was up.
But yeah, I have to agree, man. I feel overall, just the kind of player Anthony Davis is, he's just a better teammate for LeBron James. I feel that. So overall, more than likely, it's looking like the Lakers are going to go ahead and take care of business because they announced today that they're going to wear the Black Mamba jersey on Friday. On Friday.
I wish they would. That's it. That's a wrap. I told you 5.
Let's say they don't win on Friday, they can just wear it again next game. We know they're going to get crowned champions.
They're wearing it Friday. Like there is no next game.
They wear it Friday. That mean they will win it, but they can wear it.
I told my friend LeBron ain't playing no more than 20 games. Plus he still got to get home and whoop LeBron Jr. ass for that video. He still ain't got that ass whooping.
Only reason he gonna whoop him if he whooping because he got caught.
Okay, he's still gonna whoop it.
All NBA players, the same age, is probably doing the same thing.
That's cool. All NBA aside, LeBron Raymond James Jr. is an African American father. He finna beat the brakes off his son. He finna be like, boy, you got me in this bubble, making all this goddamn money. You out here smoking weed. You know he gonna beat him on every other word. Boy, you got me out here. It's gonna be.
You got the reenactment right. I saw Jamie Foxx the reenactment of LeBron the other day. Hilarious.
I bet. Oh, and Bunny, Miss Williams says, I was wondering where Bunny was, and then when you popped up, she says, hi, Bunny.
Hi, Miss Williams. Thanks for tuning in like always. You're such a great supporter. We appreciate you, honey.
And same for everybody else for tuning in to the Platform Sports Talk Show.
Y'all.
Yo, Wednesday Night Sports Light.
Yes.
All right, so continuing on. Football.
Football out here messing up.
Wait, what part of football you want to talk about? All the people that helped get the Texas coach fired, the COVID testing going rampant, or COVID going rampant in 2 locker rooms, or
4.
The Browns winning the game.
All of the above. We're going to talk about it all. How about them Browns? I told y'all Browns are 5. Y'all ain't want to believe me. I ain't believe me. But hey, look, it's happening.
I still don't believe it.
I don't know what's happening. It's clicking.
It's coaching. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know,
he in the kitchen.
Player personnel.
Yeah.
That make a difference.
Yep.
You know,
who they working with.
And then also putting your star players in position to succeed. Look what Odell Beckham Jr. did last week. He had what?
Now wait.
Huh?
What you just said about putting your players in position to succeed. If we flip this back to NBA, that's what Doc Rivers doesn't do, and I don't know why he got rehired. I said that a while ago, and I'm saying that again. What you just said is true with coaching, and Doc Rivers doesn't do that. Okay, back to NFL.
Got you. Yeah, so Odell, you know, he had like, 3 or 4 touchdowns against the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah, he balled up.
You know what I'm saying? He put him in position, as Blaine just alluded to do his thing. Let's talk about coaching, man. So the Browns looking serious, looking real. As Bunny brought up earlier, Cam Newton out, in which that definitely affected the Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
That definitely hurt the Patriots.
That didn't look like a Belichick team right there. I
No. That was like what you call it? What's his name?
That ass trash. That was bad.
I'm trying to think. A Matt Patricia-like team.
Ooh.
You stupid.
Oh,
Hey, I bet you Cam now gonna be like, now y'all know why y'all signed me. Now y'all really see what I bring to the team.
so Miss Williams wondered what happened with LeBron James' son. You want to go ahead and
So LeBron James the third was captured on a video on one of his burner accounts consuming marijuana. That was pretty much all it was, and then it just went
Can you
viral when
consume
everybody
marijuana when you smoke it? It's not edible. Wait, what?
That's the consumption. You consume it through your lungs.
Okay, I would just say smoke, but okay.
And I can't get my TI on. Jesus.
You can't.
Bronny
I ain't
was
seen you in a
seen
while, so
on
no, you can't.
Bronny was seen on a motion video.
right.
Inhaling what appeared to be medical cannabis.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
He was smoking weed. He was blowing trees. That boy was getting high. His daddy was in the bubble. He was like, all right, daddy in the bubble. You know what else? You blow bubbles. You know what else you blow? Weed. And he was like, all right, let's do it. So that's what he did.
And Miss Williams, Bronny is like 16
He just
years
turned
old.
16.
Yeah.
His birthday was yesterday.
It's still not legal for him to do it. He just got caught. He messed up and probably hit the button live on on accident. That's
No, he
all.
didn't.
Nah, he knew what he was
He knew
doing.
what he was doing. He looked dead.
He knew
But that was for
exactly.
his friends. It wasn't supposed to be sent to everybody. It's supposed to be to like one person.
Man, he should already know. Social media, anything can pop off. Anything.
Especially
Well, that's why when you're at that young and dumb stage, this is what happens. So,
Yeah. Hey,
young and dumb stage.
it's on him, right? And going back to, you brought up first Bill O'Brien, formerly the head coach and formerly the GM. I mean, but I think everyone pretty much saw his fate where you traded away one of the best wide receivers in the game for nothing. Why would you trade DeAndre Hopkins and get nothing back in return? I mean, they got David Johnson, but it's like, okay, so what? And
It's
now
on the same level though.
exactly. And now Houston is what, 0-4? And of course, he got canned. Now it looks like the same thing can happen pretty soon with the coach from the Falcons, Dan Quinn.
Oh yeah, he's next up.
And same thing with Patricia from the Lions. They suck.
Oh, him too.
I know they had one. No, yeah, I think they had one win. No, they 0-4, I believe. But pretty
The
much,
Jets. I mean the Lions.
Yeah. And I think we had this discussion a while back. But he took over for what was the black coach from the Lions?
Ooh.
Caldwell.
Yeah.
Jim Caldwell. And Jim Caldwell left being over 500, made the playoffs and
Right.
everything. And Patricia acting like it was an issue with this team, and it never was. You was the issue. You was the problem. So it may be a slew of head coaches losing their job during the season.
Right. Not even wait to the end of the season. The Lions are 1-3.
Okay, 1-3, and I believe that the only win was against the Cardinals. So
Oh, well, that ain't trash. Y'all still trash though.
Cardinals are 2-2.
yeah. Miss Williams says she agrees with you, Bunny. She says young and dumb, and then she says I'm surprised his mom didn't beat his butt.
Oh, she probably did, but you know, Brian coming home tearing that ass up.
Yeah.
You know, Savannah got after him.
Oh, so for those who are leaving comments on Facebook, you have to comment under the platform Sports Talk Show page.
Yes.
If you're leaving comments under my page, we
Cannot
cannot see it.
See it.
Not a damn thing.
So for those,
Call us Ray Charles to your comments.
So
I'm
real
only saying
quick-
that.
real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and everything you see on your screen underneath tune in, you have to comment under one of those pages so we can
Yeah.
see your comment and we can interact with you and enjoy the conversations.
It's football, baby. It's football time.
There it is. All right, so going back,
The schedule.
last Thursday, the Browns at the Jets. Jets won. Then Sunday, Jacksonville at Cincinnati. Cincinnati, Joe Burrow, first victory.
Oh yeah, cause
All right, Joe Burrow, 1 in the bag.
Yeah.
Did you see that video on NFL's Instagram. He was like,
yeah.
nope, y'all ain't hitting me no more.
And then this game here, man, Cowboy fans, how do y'all feel right now?
Oh, they sick. They sick.
That's another coaching. Coaching. Sorry.
Cleveland won 49-38.
Look, it wasn't even close for real, and then it got close.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Because when I looked up, I was like, it's what?
So, do y'all agree with me or no? What's Dallas's problem? Since they're supposed to be America's team.
I mean, well,
American list.
They switched the coaching, so it's got to be the players
And
now.
also, their defense sucks.
Well, no, the defense.
So the defensive
good.
coordinator doesn't have the stuff together.
Right.
How long he been with this team? Y'all know?
Who, the coordinator? His first season.
You know, Mike McCarthy brought in all new people. That's usually.
Because Mike McCarthy's a good coach. I don't think he should have been axing Green Bay, but I think that was more ego and personality issues. That wasn't coaching. But you see, Aaron is starting without him in Green Bay.
I think honestly, with the Green Bay situation, that was you had to pick between two, and he just unfortunately got the short end of the stick. I think they had offered Aaron Rodgers a fat contract right before then.
That, but also
there's a personality thing going on.
I was gonna say that, but I think McCarthy's message got stale because he's been for them for so long, and he hasn't gotten more modernized with the offense. And it was leaving Aaron Rodgers unhappy. And now you see what he's doing with this Matt LaFleur. You see what he's doing now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So let's see here. Okay. Here we go. Shout out.
Everybody done popped up.
There it is.
Bam, 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 bam.
Shout out to my best friend Jonathan. He's getting married on Sunday. I'll be one of the best men.
Congratulations, Jonathan.
Yeah. He said, I'm here now. And then Ms. Williams says 49-38 in regards to the Cleveland and Dallas game.
Man.
Not much defense on either side. True.
Not.
And then she says hi, Jonathan, as well. That's what's up. So yeah, everyone, share. No matter where you at.
Share it.
All right, so
share it again.
New Orleans at Detroit.
And share it one more time.
Share, right.
And then share it again.
There it is.
Just because.
Keep it going, y'all.
And then share it because your mama will want you to. And you ain't going to. Share it because your grandma will want you to. You ain't going to go against grandma. No. You ain't doing it. You ain't going against Gam Gam.
Bunny wants you to. How about that?
I think Gam Gam got more power because you got to think about it. Thanksgiving come around. They going to want that plate. And you going to do what grandma say.
That's what she
Who knows?
said.
I mean, now like I don't cook around Thanksgiving. I don't help cook the meals.
I mean,
grandma ain't retired.
Grandmas don't retire.
You won't lie.
I ain't.
My grandma is 95, and grandma does not do the big meals anymore. My sister and I handle Thanksgiving, bro.
Okay.
So with that being said, Bunny, do we get an invite to the cookout?
Right.
With COVID going on.
Can I pick up my plate from the curb?
Right, exactly. There we go.
We can do curbside service.
All right, cool. We can dig.
Oh my God, this is gonna be.
And your birthday right before Thanksgiving. Smooth.
There you go. All right, friend.
Lord, no, I'm gonna gain all this way back when Thanksgiving comes around.
Work it out, brother.
Because I ain't gotta sit at somebody's house. I could just pick up a plate and go. Oh my God. I'm going to one house. Two. I'm going to two houses. Two.
Wear your mask when you go over there. COVID's still out there.
Oh no, I'm not going in the house. I'm just like, I'm outside for my plate.
But that's what I did though. We did that for Easter dinner. I'm like, hey, put it on the porch. I'll pick it up. Ain't taking no chances.
Right.
That's real.
Leave it on the porch. Have my name on it, and I'm good.
Put it in a hot bag or a hot rack so it won't get cold. Y'all look.
Name on it.
With my name on it.
It's smooth with 3 O's and
it is
Stanton with no vowels.
I see 2 O's, I ain't getting it.
Gotta be 3 O's. Make 3 O's. Got it.
And it's Stanton with no vowels. So just
not Stan. Has to be Stanton.
It's ST. Let me spell it out for you. I need to know that plate is for me. And honestly, all you got to do is just put in some dressing, some mac and cheese, and some yams. That's all I need. That is all I need.
Do you smell?
And some cabbage. Because that combination, oh my goodness. Put a meat of choice. I'm trying to see who frying fish for Thanksgiving. We being different this year.
Man, you know, that's a good
Oh, okay.
Being different this year.
I might have to do that.
Because that sounds interesting.
I might have to do that.
Like fried fish for Thanksgiving? Oh, yes. It don't get no blacker than that. And then just
Instead of
wake
going
up
fried
early in the
turkey, you're
morning.
going to fry some fish. Okay.
Because, you know, frying turkeys, that can get dangerous. I've seen some videos of frying turkeys going
If
wrong.
y'all act right and know how to use the fryer, you won't have them problems.
I mean, well, you know, we don't do it. We switch to the hand.
Don't put the turkey in the deep fryer frozen. Let's talk about that.
Is this a cooking show? Yes, this is a cooking show.
It is now.
Welcome to the platform cooking show. Today we are cooking a honey pepper chicken with a
I got
lemon
to put a
glaze.
gender card. A lot of times men are the ones frying turkey and they doing these stupid mistakes. I'm just saying, let's just be logical with this, y'all.
Why I gotta be
Wait a minute. First of all, we trying to get it done efficiently and quickly so we can watch the game, okay?
Right.
We trying to watch Chicago beat Detroit for a 17th time. It always happens.
And the Cowboys lose against
Whoever they play.
the Redskins or the Vikings, something like that.
It's the Washington football team, sir.
Yes, right.
Wait, does that mean they're gonna play in the
Right,
Thanksgiving
bro.
game anymore? Are they gonna play the Thanksgiving game now? They're the Washington football team.
No.
I don't know if they're gonna do it.
Check the schedule out real quick.
Yeah.
All right, so
it's a cooking show. Now it's a sports show. We were talking
going
about
back
football.
to New Orleans at Detroit. New Orleans won.
Yeah.
Seattle at Miami, a good game. Miami came back. Fitzgerald still doing. That's his name. Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Doing his thing.
The Fitz magic.
Right, the Fitz magic, but
It's still
Seattle.
coming out every now and then.
Another good game. Chargers at the Buccaneers.
Shout out to Justin Herbert. He has been showing off in his stepping into the starting position. And as a Oregon fan, you love to see it.
So on the other end,
Anyway.
for those who are still haters of Tom Brady, how you like him now? Because look what he's doing. Is he
The
proving?
Buccaneers.
So is he proving right now that it was more him or was it more Belichick?
I mean, well,
Too early to tell. Too early.
Too early?
Too early to
definitely
tell.
Okay.
too early.
Okay.
And then, you know, I don't even think this is a fair season to make that comparison when your top quarterback, like your top player, your quarterback, is affected by COVID. Like, this is a new factor that has been thrown in, and there's no way to quickly recover from COVID, no matter what that orange dude says. And there's no way to quickly
Not the
recover
orange
from it.
dude.
The orange dude. There's no way to quickly recover from it. So at this time, there's no way to quickly recover from it. So I feel like, you know, right now it like Bunny said, it's too early. Cam was definitely showing and proving why he should have been on the team, which he said he was going to do. So I'm excited to see what more he's going to do in this season once he comes back. And, you know, probably around week 11, we can see where we are.
Yeah. But hey, I'm just saying, look at how well this Buccaneers team is playing. It's definitely compared to the last few seasons under Jameis Winston. I'm just saying, just look at how the team is gelling and how they all coming together and playing ball. And you know, you got some guys who, you know, they know that they playing with one of the greatest quarterbacks, or some people may say the greatest. You know, who knows? That's for their opinions. But they know who they're dealing with, so they want to make sure that they step up their game and not look stupid and silly on the field. But overall, they look
But you
good.
know, with Jameis Winston, though, that's self-inflicted.
Yeah.
He interceptions and all that was on him. So he self-inflicted himself to not be that all-star quarterback they were hoping that we're drafting. But we're giving Brady his props, whether he's with this coach or with Belichick. We knew he was good. I mean, they're haters, but they still know he's good. Because he gets different people around him. He's been in the league for what, 20 years.
Right.
He's worked with numerous people and he's always had good results. So
21 Savage.
21.
21 Savage. Baltimore at the Washington football team. Baltimore spanked that ass.
To the point where they done benched Haskins.
Right.
Yeah, you got to sit down.
And they said that he didn't even get no snaps during practice today. Alex Smith is now the backup.
Alex Smith.
So
Shadowing? Oh,
Exactly.
my God. How he didn't... Oh, wow.
So Alex Smith.
Hey, give it to Alex Smith. Alex Smith got 9 lives. That man went from San Francisco, Kansas City, and now he's here and got a shot again to start maybe. Wow.
Hey, if he comes back and works it, that's gonna be a comeback story. He might get comeback player of the year.
Yeah. So
he already got a comeback when he with the Chiefs though. That was fun. Amazing.
He gonna get it again. He ain't shattered his leg with the Chiefs. That boy lost a leg. Okay, we just gonna be real. His leg was gone. Like he was walking around here with one leg.
Yeah. Yeah. So all in 1 week, Dwayne Haskins got moved from the quarterback to now number 3,
and then got that ass spanked.
Yeah.
Do y'all think he should be demoted to number 3 this quickly, or y'all think it's some politics going on?
People are gonna they're gonna always say politics, but my thing is, if you're not showing them something, you had your opportunities, and now you gotta get back to the back of the bus.
We're barely seeing the Dwayne Haskins from Ohio State, and even if we do see the Dwayne Haskins from Ohio State, that's not enough. This is the NFL. You got to step up.
So do you think this short window though? Think about how many quarterbacks be sucky, and they'll give them damn near a whole season, and this is only going to week 5.
Well,
no preseason, so he didn't have a lot of time to,
But like even last year, like he didn't play for them the full season until like the last few weeks of last year. So it wasn't like he came in as being that guy automatically. Like he had to work his way in. I think someone got hurt.
Yeah. And
then he came in and took it. But he never took it by the what do you call it? Took it by the neck and say, no, what, this is mine. I'm keeping it.
It's mine.
And now he's all the way in the back, and who knows what's gonna happen? Who knows what's gonna happen? So let's go to what we have here. Arizona at Carolina. Carolina won. I'm liking Teddy Bridgewater, what he's doing.
Okay.
Inside the Teddy Bridgewater strut.
But on the other end,
why has nobody brought this up with Teddy Bridgewater? Why is that video not resurfaced? Like Teddy's on fire. Did you remember that video? He went back to his old high school strutting. Bunny, you remember that video? Teddy Bridgewater went back to his old high school a couple years ago and was strutting with the majorettes. And it was hitting the strut too. Like it wasn't nothing, just like damn near looking like Simba on the transition scene in Hakuna Matata. the first line. That's how he looked. That's the strut he had. But look, he denying that damn strut the way he playing. Look, and he needs to thank the Rams because he been playing good ever since we knocked the hell out of him.
I was waiting to bump that up.
He was playing good ever since Tremaine Johnson knocked the hell out of that man. Like, put him to sleep. He was, like he was out. It was not healthy.
Yeah,
like,
it was all bad.
It was bad. He slid like this. He knocked us off. He turned over and went to sleep. He was like, all right, I need to take a nap real quick. I just need to restart my day.
From what I heard, he still has like a Ram logo imprint on his forehead.
Look, he see LM schedule.
Like Mark Bolger. Let's see. Minnesota at Houston.
Damn.
Minnesota Vikings won. We know about Houston.
0-4.
New York Giants at that team in LA that Blaine doesn't want to say the name.
Who don't want to say that name?
Bunny can't stand saying that team's name. But that team in LA owned by Kroenke, they won 17-9. They are 3-1.
3-1. I don't think they've had a losing start to a season since Sean McVay got there.
Nope.
Sean McVay might he might go down. If he does this right, if he gets some Super Bowls under him, he could go down as the greatest Rams coach of all time.
You know who you sound like is you sound like one of Michael Cole. You know how you always say he's in the best shape of his whole life. He always say about
Roman Reigns in the best shape of his career.
That JBL said the same thing too. He's in the best shape of his life and John
He's in the best shape of his life.
Jonathan says the Lambs. There we go.
The Lambs.
The Lambs.
Thank you. Shout out, Jonathan. Thank you for calling them what they are. Thank you.
That's cool. They still got horns.
But they offense looking good though.
Hey, it is. Cooper Kupp is back
and stay healthy.
And he's staying healthy, which I'm glad to see. And I'm
But
interested to
shout out
see.
to their defense too, because Aaron McDonald's still holding it down.
Oh yeah, Aaron Donald will always. I feel like he's going for Defensive Player of the Year. How many years in a row? 4 now at this point. It'll be 4 this year.
I'm
right?
glad I got to see him when he was in St. Louis. I'm like, at least.
Oh yeah, a beast.
A highlight of a game here. He was playing good then. So.
What could have been if Robert Quinn would have stayed that animal?
Right.
That would have, like, if Robert Quinn would have been on that LA team playing like he did the second to last year, or was that the last year here when he had Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah,
that might be
because
the
he
last
was like,
year.
I think he was either tied or right behind somebody else from the league.
He was like he was
He got second place.
Yeah.
That year. That was either the second to last. No, that had to be the last season. That was the last
And
season
see,
here.
that was prior to them getting what's his name? Who was the coordinator on defense? What was his name?
Oh, dude, Wade Phillips.
Yeah, Wade Phillips. That was probably him because Wade Phillips changed the whole scheme up and
I
had
feel
him
like-
being more of a linebacker or something on the D line.
If Robert Quinn would have adapted more to his scheme of defense,
Yeah.
add in Aaron Donald, keeping that same pressure, Rams would have beat the Patriots in that Super Bowl. But hey, it happens.
So I want to go back to a comment. This is one of the comments that Jonathan had on my page and not on our page. Going back to AD, he feels that until AD wins 2 championships, D Wade is a better teammate.
Thank you.
Why are we still saying this? And
D
D Wade himself said that AD is the better teammate. That negates the whole discussion. It don't matter what you say. The man done said it.
And
But
then,
the question was what Smooth asked. What do we think? Okay, you heard Wade. That's fine, but that's how the question was initially asked. What do you think? And he asked it before Wade spoke out too.
Y'all still wrong. It's cool. Okay, in response,
Fuck it, this is PG-13, boy. You lucky.
here it is. In response, until he wins 2, cool. So we scratching one off Friday, and we'll scratch the other one off next year. So in next year when they get this back to back, then is it?
Now wait. Now listen to what you just said, because you said next year. So y'all want to start doing predictions for next year? Because think about on the West, the Warriors will be back.
No.
I don't know who be coaching the Rockets, but I guess Westbrook and Harden will still be working together.
No.
We definitely know the Jazz will be back. Hopefully Mitchell and Gobert don't have no corona issues since the first one have tested positive. Y'all got some West people that's gonna get the Lakers a real good run for their money.
That's cool. No. Like, I'm telling y'all, LeBron, do you see what LeBron has been averaging in the bubble, before the bubble, and right now in the finals? He is 1.5 assists away from averaging a triple-double in the finals. LeBron is 35 years old.
17 years in the
17th year in the league. And it honestly, the only hiccup he had was last year. And he didn't bounce back from that fully.
That
And
was an injury that, you know.
And see, that was during the time in which they were like,
and even then, it doesn't even matter what position they were in. They just got through dubbing the reigning NBA champions. They had the Warriors looking shook on Christmas. I don't think the Warriors ever led the game on Christmas. They came out and attacked, and this was before AD got there, and LeBron was killing them. But then he got hurt, and that's when it just
fell off all after that.
Exactly, which is why I would also say AD is the better teammate, because if AD was on that team, they would not have fell off like that. But
I'm not gonna disagree with that. All I'm saying, next year,
I'm just hoping we never have to see that
somebody
happen.
will get a run for their money. I'm not saying the Lakers won't win it all again. I'm just saying they're gonna have some better competition this time.
They are.
Hey, bring it.
That's how look. I feel
Laker
like
Nation is ready. I know Laker Nation is ready. Come on.
Laker Nation is definitely ready.
I want y'all to do it again. I
It's
like
happening.
to see people entertain me. So AD, bring your A game next season. Hope everything goes well, nothing gets interrupted, and you know.
because LeBron is winning the 17th franchise championship in his 17th career. This is too poetic right now. Last year had to be the sacrifice. It's happening. LeBron is gonna get them their 20th in his 22nd or 23rd. They gonna hit a patch. I feel like they're gonna hit a patch, and they're gonna get there, but they're not gonna be able to finish it off because the team is gonna be, I don't know what's gonna happen. But LeBron is gonna get. I
Hey,
honestly,
Smooth, while you thinking of that, Stan, let me ask you this. Can I bring up a statement to get an argument started?
Go ahead.
oh dear God,
We're talking about LeBron. So, in order, top 3 between LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan. After this championship he gets, what's the order?
it's still the same.
What's your order?
I mean, my order never changes. It's always going to be Jordan first, and then I'll have LeBron and Kobe tied for second. I can't put one ahead of the other.
Because
like,
Kobe has, 5 rings?
Yeah, Kobe got the 5, and then this will be LeBron's 4th.
And if he gets 5, wow.
If he gets 5, then, the ring conversation wise, then they tie. But if LeBron get... If LeBron finds a way to pass Michael, then what? That's what I want to know. Because if LeBron is... Hold on, what was your question?
What's the order of the top 3 for the GOAT in the NBA? Because everybody's got a different list of their top 3. Half the time people leave out Kobe. Other times they just say LeBron over Kobe. And some people say LeBron better than Jordan. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, some people
Everybody got
do
their
say
right to
that.
their opinion.
Smoking crack.
So with that being said, I think someone brought up, everybody talking about Jordan and LeBron, but they forget about the Bill Russells.
And
You know, the Will Chamberlains.
I feel like...
Is that fair to you, Bunny?
We know the time was different. The 90s basketball different from the 2010 basketball, let alone from the 70s. And, I get the Bill Russells. I get what he's saying, Will Chamberlain. The big man was the man back then. They did a lot of the scoring, so but it's just so much more that entails with basketball from what the big man was doing back then to when Jordan doing it and Kobe and LeBron. So I'm sorry, I hear what he's saying, but I'm not forgetting them. But I wouldn't put them on the top 3.
Like they can be 4 and 5, respectfully. But you have to realize, back then it was the big man. They weren't relying on the small forwards, the shooting guards to do all of that. It was always power forward center doing what the big man is supposed to do. They were carrying the team. So when you got Mike coming in here, a shooting guard, nowhere over 6'7", nowhere over 6'6", 6'7", and dominating the game like he was, then yeah, you got to put them it's harder for them because they're smaller in stature and they're doing what they were doing.
Correct.
So yeah, they definitely they earned those 3 spots. Well, LeBron's 6'8", so.
Well, you got a room for that. People call it Mount Rushmore. Who's your 4th person there? To put 4 up there. Who's your other person?
Probably me, selfishly, Derrick Rose. But
oh Lord, oh gosh!
Look, you saw the picture I posted for his birthday. They won it, and he got the MVP. Okay, it's a picture. It happened. You can't tell me it ain't true. It's photographed.
Check out Joe's comment. She says you can have the GOAT conversation for every sport, but the game's changed so much it's hard to make a list. I don't know NBA really, but for me it will always be Jordan, then Kobe, then LeBron.
And that's cool. With me, at some point it could be Kobe and LeBron. At some point it could be LeBron and Kobe. It depends on what you're talking about. Because I'm not just gonna say, oh, this is just how I feel from watching the game. I'm gonna call it like it is.
Breaking news. I'm sorry, Randy Rosarena, another home run tonight.
Dear Lord.
Who's playing? Okay, I know the Rays and the Yankees are playing the AL side. NL side, the Dodgers and the Padres, right?
And also Miami and Atlanta, and then on the AL you got Houston and Oakland.
That's right, because they said what's the irony with Kobe going on that Houston tries to win another championship. That's right. Yeah. Wait till Joe gets on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wait till Joe gets on.
All right, Joe. Yes.
Very soon. She'll be joining us.
Very soon.
Very soon.
Very soon.
But yeah. So So your 4th person you said was
Derrick Rose. But realistically, Tim Duncan. Because Tim Duncan doesn't get the respect that he deserves. And we were talking about that on a Facebook post between me and one of my friends from college. And the reason we feel that he doesn't get the respect that he deserves is because he played the game. and that was it. He didn't come in with the flash. He didn't adapt to the fashion trends and everything like everybody else. He wasn't wearing all the big, loud, flashy things. He was just coming in. Tim Duncan, I love basketball. I'm here to play basketball. If y'all didn't pay me, I'd probably still be playing basketball. That's all. He did it for the love of the game, and it was evident.
So you playing the game of bucket. No, I'm sorry, teams. And you had opportunity. The last pick you had between Tim Duncan and Shaq. You picking Duncan.
Yep.
Because Duncan hit them free throws. He can still deal for the win for right there.
And mid range, like he had those shots. Like they called him the big fundamental for a reason. That's what he did. And I definitely, no disrespect to Shaq, because Shaq is
Shaq was a beast. We knew that.
Shaq is a beast in his own right, but Tim Duncan had the more well-rounded game, and I also believe that Shaq would probably agree in that area.
And then Duncan had how many rings?
5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If he wouldn't have retired,
he doesn't get enough talk. You're right. 5 rings? I don't think you really realize that. Yeah.
If everyone was healthy before Tim Duncan left, and if they had the right play, like if Kawhi didn't go down that season before,
right?
They probably could have. He probably could have got 6, and then that would have just shifted the whole conversation. But unfortunately, it really wouldn't have. He still would have been a quiet 6-time champion, because that's just the guy that Tim Duncan is.
And Bunny, did you have your top 4?
Well, the 3 we said: Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. To round it out for the 4th, it's early, so I don't want to give his name out yet. But he's cold, but it's still early.
Was Zion? No, I was playing.
No, Steph Curry. It's still early though.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry. Well, okay.
And I can see that in regards to how he pretty much revolutionized the game. Like everyone trying to shoot threes now, like from half court.
Hey,
Right.
Because Brian Shaw been popping them mugs off in this bubble just because it was like, man, I gotta go home. I miss my family.
Right.
Right, you trying to get home. Woo.
Let me get out of here. Okay, all right. How many more games we got? I'm not paying no more than 20 games. I'm letting y'all know.
Yeah.
I'm out of here by the middle of October. Ball game, let's go home. If he hits one from the logo on Friday, I told y'all to get. I told y'all back on January 26th.
You got a date.
Because that was the unfortunate, tragic day. I told y'all on that day, give LeBron that championship. Okay. I told y'all to give it to him because he's not gonna let that happen. Because you take ego out of it at that moment. He is honoring his brother.
Yeah.
This championship, I guarantee you, they probably gonna ship it straight to the Bryant family after they done. Because that is the ultimate testament to his legacy, which is to win. Which when they announced that the season was coming back, that's why I was like, yep, give it to him. Because you bringing back the NBA season. Oh yeah, it's one track mind for the Lakers, and it's evident in the fact that they are wearing these Black Mamba jerseys where they are 4-0 when they wear them. One of those wins was already in this series.
And so if they win on Friday, their record will be what? They'll be 5-0, correct?
Yeah.
And how many rings does Kobe have?
Boy, if you don't get out of here with that.
Conspiracy. I'm like, where you going with it? Okay, I got you.
That's the fun of sports, right?
I mean, hey, it makes sense. Like, that'll be something. And he did it in 20 games. Kobe played 20 seasons. Let me stop.
See, there we go.
Really?
There
they look. I'm sorry. All of these, pull it back up. The brackets, all they had was one game. Nobody won more than one game. Look at that. Yep. Portland won. Houston should have been a sweep. Honestly. Denver won. Miami, all they getting is that one.
I wouldn't have said Houston should have been a sweep because we know when they hitting all cylinders with those threes, because all Harden and Westbrook like to do, especially in the second half. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought a sweep. Nah.
Houston should have been a sweep.
Nah.
And when you listed Houston as a contender, I didn't want to laugh in your face, but like at this point, I don't.
Hey, I told you beginning of the season. I said they are not going to go far with how they play,
and I thought they would.
Basically, it's on Harden. The reason Harden is Harden. If it was Westbrook, CP3, whoever else you put in that spot, it's because of how Harden plays. We know the coaches don't hold him accountable. He don't play defense. He is his own worst enemy. If he played more team ball and know how to play a little bit of defense, we may have a different story.
It's funny you mentioned a little bit of defense because a little bit of defense is the only thing that got them out of the first round.
Right.
Which is why I said it should have been a sweep because they shouldn't have been in the second round. James Harden got that lucky block off.
Yeah.
And that's how they won Game 7.
And I'm not going to pin this on James Harden as it was previous year because he actually stepped up in defense. It was just all out bad coaching by D'Antoni. He was putting.
But we know D'Antoni's track record.
He was putting Westbrook in positions that Harden should have been in. He was deferring more to Westbrook and not using Harden when Harden was hot. And
But
Westbrook,
look,
he just came back, from being, having COVID. He really wasn't his true self. But you kept giving him the ball at certain times. And really should have been given to James Harden.
I'm not even gonna give you that argument, sir.
Who am I?
Because
who am I, Bunny? Who am I?
I'm not gonna give you that argument because Westbrook was doing the same things he was doing last year.
But I'm about to say,
wasn't no COVID last year.
Ain't nothing that okay. Westbrook when he was at OKC, same thing, nothing new. You put those two, not hot headed, two. I don't know what you want to call them.
Ball hungry.
Overall, individual, they are some great players. But when CP3 got shifted out of Houston, and I said they bringing in Westbrook, that's not gonna make them better. And the organization knew that
because
CP3 and Harden didn't get along. And Westbrook is an alpha male. Harden's an alpha male. CP3 is an alpha male. We all know that don't work. Why the Warriors so good with Clay and Steph? Because they're not alpha males with each other. Everybody know with your backcourt, if you got people that both like to shoot a lot, and the ball goes in your hand, you're not gonna have much success. It doesn't work.
The thing with I almost called them Golden City, Golden State is that they complement each other. They understand that they are both skilled at what they do, but they also understand that there's somebody on the team that can also do what they do. So there's no, like you said, there's no alpha male, there's no big-headedness. They both realize that they are the Splash Brothers. They both realize when they need to, they can both do the same thing. Mm-hmm. So there's no ego there. They recognize that because that's who they are. At one point, Westbrook and, well, I guess at the time when they were all on the team, Westbrook, Durant, and Harden were all coming from being alpha males for their respective schools. Mm-hmm. So they never got rid of that alpha male mentality because it probably even went back past college to high school. They would probably start in high school, start in college, get into the NBA. I want to be the star on this team. You got three people who are trying to butt heads, which is why they couldn't get it done. And then KD left. Bitch move. And like,
like how you just slid that in there. Okay.
Huh? What happened? Oh, it's allergies. You know, it's seasonal. Oh, Lord. Anybody got some Zyrtec? Nasonex. Anywho, you know, he did what he did and found success in that team because when you have a team where there are no two alphas and you can go over there and quote unquote be the alpha with your emotional ass and do what you do, then that's cool. James Harden, I don't know what the problem is in Houston. I feel like it has been coaching. We'll see what happens now. Right. Since D'Antoni is out of there, whether they mutually parted ways or not, because they were talking last year around this time. Well, not around this time, like June or July last year, that he was about to be out of there. Yeah. Like that his contract was done after this season, the next season. So, no, he was actually supposed to be done with the 2020-2021 season. Mm-hmm. So,
he had left on his contract?
Yeah, he had next year left. And then they were like, well, what you going to do after that? He was like, nope, I ain't even going to give y'all the chance. I'm gone. And then you had Westbrook, who I think we can now slowly realize that Westbrook is just athletic.
Mm-hmm. He is.
So he sounds like he's going to be on that same bus with Karl Malone, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Kerry Payton.
No, Payton got one.
I hate to say my boy CP3.
Payton has one with the Heat.
He was on that.
Yep. he played with D Wade.
Really?
Yep.
He was barely there.
He played with D Wade and Shaq.
06, he was in the league then. Damn, I didn't even know that. Okay.
Exactly. That's just how downward it went.
Wait, 'cause he tried a couple of times. Remember the squad the Lakers had all on old heads with Malone and G.
Hey, with Malone and Odom and all them old heads. And
Remember they was on that Lakers squad and they didn't pull it home because I think Boston beat them that year.
Yeah.
Or was it the Pistons? One of them.
Nah. I think that was the Pistons that year. Because I know
Pistons
Boston,
that
they had
year? Okay.
Derek Fisher, Gasol. They had the whole revamped team. With Adam Morrison. Y'all remember him?
Yes, Gonzaga.
He got 5 rings. Was a star at Gonzaga.
Mm-hmm.
But look, it don't matter. He got 5 rings. He is a 5-time
So he's
champion.
sticking to it.
It says it on Wikipedia. He's like, hey, I got 5 of them. And I think
You gotta Google him. He said, I got 5. 5 on it, baby. 5.
he will gladly admit that he rode Kobe's coattails. Okay? Like, yup, sure did.
And real
Now
quick.
he proud, right?
Real quick.
They need to Adam Morrison night at the Staples Center.
Oh, hell no.
He needs his
Hell no.
recognition.
I mean,
They need a Robert Horry night, too.
I mean, anytime you want to have a cleaning competition with brooms, I mean, with mops, you can use Adam Morrison's hair. But anyway,
He ain't cut his hair?
I don't
It's
know.
still the same?
I ain't seen him in like 20 years.
Right,
so
we ain't
I don't
seen
know
him
what he up to now.
since 2010.
And real quick, I just want to have my my 4: Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, and I'm gonna go ahead and say Magic.
Magic. Okay.
Yeah.
That's new.
Okay.
I mean, that's not new, but you know.
Magic.
All
Right.
No.
Really?
Magic.
So,
That's how you feel.
and
that.
the last thing that John just said earlier about the black jerseys, the Mamba edition, the black jerseys is likened to when Tiger Woods wears his red shirt on Sundays. Finish him. The finish 'ems.
And then, you know, honestly, that takes me back to 2016 because, you know, when they went down 3-1, they were like, all right, black.
Right.
And LeBron came in there ready to handle business.
Right.
And I'm just letting you know right now, ain't no 3-1 deficits.
Gonna happen, huh?
Ain't nah. Cause if the last person,
Not this time.
the last person that's gonna happen to is the first person to do it. He not gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, you're not gonna
Not
repeat
gonna be able
2016.
to do it.
He gonna go
Be
ahead.
able to do it.
He gonna dap Spo up. Him and Spo gonna have a passionate hug. Him and Pat Riley gonna have a stare down. Cause like I don't know if you all heard the story. It was 2014. Pat Riley was about to retire. And he stayed around and Stephen A was like, he won't say it, but he stayed around for LeBron. So I feel like once he gets this ceremonial L, I feel like Pat Riley's gonna retire too. That's
If
a hot
he
take.
retires, he's still gonna be a consultant. He would never ever fully step away from the game.
I feel like he's gonna step away. I feel like he's
Brown's been in the game since the early '80s, right? Or at least the NBA, because he was somewhere prior. Since the early '80s. We talking about this is 2020. 40 years.
We
Some people don't know how to turn it off.
we
He'll be a
were saying that
consultant,
about
like I
Phil
said.
Jackson too. You remember that?
Huh?
We were saying that about Phil Jackson too.
What did they?
Yeah.
Because he did breaks.
Phil went
Phil
from
did breaks.
Phil went from coaching and went from playing, got rings playing, got rings coaching, and then he
He get a
went.
ring as an executive.
Nah. He went exec in New York. He ain't get that.
Hey, the only ring he was close to getting was an engagement ring, and he threw that away.
Ah, damn.
Wow.
Wow. That's gotta burn. That's gotta burn.
That was cold, man.
How was it cold yet it burns? I don't understand. So when you look at that track record and Phil Jackson, where Phil been the past 4, 5, well maybe not that long, like 2, 3 years. That he had to get out of New York.
He is off the radar.
He is gone.
He
So I feel like
somewhere in Montana.
Y'all ain't gonna give me a heart attack.
we ain't seen Phil since before the Last Dance.
Yep.
And we ain't seen Phil after the Last Dance.
And shoot, even during the taping of the Last Dance, he was in Montana.
Yeah, he was up in the hills. Man, I'm up here in Montana.
He was in them woods. All you saw in the background was woods.
And I spoke to Dennis. And
Hey, you gotta get his Zen on in the woods.
Right.
Zen master.
just in the woods,
Him
chilling
and-
out. Him and
and-
Dennis was in the woods.
Shoot, I'm gonna add Jeff Fisher in there too.
Phil was outside. Dennis was inside the house.
Yep. So let's go back real quick. We kind of went from football to basketball, but let's go
Yep.
back to football real
We
quick.
were at Chicago.
Yeah. So you have the Colts at Chicago. Nick Foles came in full-time starter.
And
Lost.
messed up. It was like, oh, that Foles magic ran out too.
But on the flip side,
The Fools
Phillip
magic?
Rivers.
Aw.
Phillip Rivers 3-1.
Big Trick Nick ain't there no more.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, I think it's the year of the vintage quarterbacks. What y'all think?
It sound like it.
Huh? It might be.
It sound like it.
See how it
Especially
goes.
if like Alex Smith plays.
Yeah.
Buffalo. Watch out for Buffalo.
Who?
At Las Vegas. Watch out for the Buffalo Bills. That was my team. I said in the AFC East, I had them win the whole thing.
Actually,
You
it's
did.
it's another team that isn't on here. I guess they had a bye week, but we'll get to them later.
Philadelphia at San Fran. Philadelphia won. Monday Night Football. You had the game that got postponed or pushed back to Monday, which was New England at KC, and as we said before,
Thrash.
without Cam.
Ain't nothing.
No man.
Without Killer Cam, they are in trouble.
KC doing this thing, and Patrick Mahomes letting everybody know he is not number 4 in overall ranking. He should be number 1.
Number one, fam.
Falcons.
He's going for that back-to-back.
Yeah.
Well, that.
And y'all better get his name right for his mama come after him.
Right.
I mean, after y'all.
Don't call him Pat. It's Patrick. Put some respect on that name.
Better
Falcons.
do it. It's mama.
Right. Falcons at Green Bay. Aaron
Atlanta just
Rodgers.
can't catch a break. What?
Aaron Rodgers still that bad man.
But I
Joe.
tell you, you're the vintage quarterback. I'm telling y'all.
Hey, Joe, can we talk about Cam's wardrobe?
There's nothing wrong with Cam's wardrobe. He is a individual, and we will identify him as such.
In the words of Rick James, I'm rich.
Right. We need that sound bite. That's funny.
I'm rich.
We need that sound bite, baby.
Oh man, look at she said baby.
Atlanta can't catch a break, though, man.
Right.
Speedy recovery to Julio Jones.
So now, tomorrow night, Denver at the Jets. Oh no, I'm sorry. Wait a minute, it's the same
that
thing.
was-
No. The Bears are playing tomorrow.
Hold on. You know what?
For Thursday Night Football.
I may not have put the right thing up here, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
take it off here.
You pulled last week.
Yeah, I did. My bad.
All right. So
Let's
what
pull
we
this
gonna
up
do
here.
is I'm going to go ahead and pull up
All right.
that
So
trusty.
let me go ahead and change the screen up. My bad, y'all. Let's see. Oh, never mind. That's the same thing
That's
from
still
Joe.
in it. All right, here we go.
Go ahead, Stan, take
Shout
it.
out to that trusty
The
NFL.
Bucks and the Bears.
It's the who?
The Bucks and the Bears.
Yep.
tomorrow.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
B versus B.
And that's Thursday and then
Oh,
Sunday.
keep showing this game first. Dang it.
Go ahead and pull it up real quick.
So you got the Bucks and the Bears on Thursday. Then Sunday, strap in, guys. We've got the Eagles going to Pittsburgh to face off against the Steelers, who are 3-0. They're another 3-0 team. Then you got the Raiders taking that trip to Kansas City, face off against the Chiefs. Then you got the battle of the Bills and another undefeated team, which I really didn't see coming. The Tennessee Titans drove past Nissan Stadium on the way to and from South Carolina. It's a beautiful thing. I'm still confused as to how the Titans are undefeated. I don't know how this is happening, but I'm pretty sure.
Mariota's not leading the troops anymore.
Hey,
Mariota,
hey,
come on.
hey, watch it there. Watch it.
Hey.
Watch it. That is an
Hey.
Oregon alumni. You watch your tone. That is a winner.
Wait, you're alumni of where?
That is a University of Oregon alumni. Oregon's my favorite college
You a
football
University
team.
of Oregon alum?
No, Marcus Mariota is.
So right now I'm supposed to have a I'm so happy for you type look, but I'm not, so. Anyway. Somebody in that Fifi. Aww. It's Fifi.
Okay. Then you've got the Cardinals going up north to that northeast to go and face them Jets. And Joe Flacco
Give it to them.
will get his
They're still
first
winless.
start.
They're still winless, right?
Yeah,
They
they're
got
0-4. But it might change because Joe Flacco, dear God, I haven't heard that name in a while, is getting his first start since week 8 of 2019.
What? They bringing Flacco? Uh-oh, I just say, but you're the vintage quarterback. Oh, snap.
Yeah, because Phillips showing off. Joe's like, I don't want to play. And then you've got a battle of just two teams who are, maybe something will happen. You've got the Jaguars going to Houston to take on the Texans. However, Houston has won 10 of their last 12 games against Jacksonville. I don't think it's going to keep going on Sunday. Then you got the Bengals going in to take that L against the Ravens. You got the Panthers going against the Falcons. You've got the Dolphins against the Niners. You've got the Giants up against the 1-3 Cowboys.
1-3.
1-3.
How about them Cowboys?
What about what?
1-3 and 0-4. Oh gosh, that's gonna be a heck of a game, ain't it?
Heck of a game. You've got the Giants without Saquon. Oh, that's gonna be a slobber knocker. All right, and then you've got the Colts going in to take on the Browns. You've got the old head versus the young gun. You got Phillip Rivers with his
That'll be a good one.
with his bill on top. And then you got, Baker Mayfield, who's always feeling kind of dangerous. And then you got the Broncos against the Patriots. And then for Sunday night football, you got the Vikings against the Seahawks. And that's always a good time.
Yeah.
And then Monday night, you got the Chargers against the Saints. And the Saints have won 4 of the last 5 games against the Chargers.
There it is.
Come on, Justin Herbert.
Look at you.
All right, everyone. This is once again the Platform Sports Talk Show. I am your boy Smooth,
And I'm Stanton.
And don't forget about Bunny.
and now on the line for Joe Knows. Well, not on the line, but on Zoom.
Hi, Joe.
Joe and baby Joe.
It's
Baby
Joe.
Joe.
Look
What's
at
up?
her. What's going on, Joe? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
We are doing well. Check out the backdrop. Check out the backdrop.
Yeah, I see that Biggio. I see that jersey back
That's
there.
Stanley.
Lord
From the
Stanley.
office.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Right, got the B Joe in the back. Hey, you know what? Those were one of the dopest jerseys back in the day, though.
The rainbow jerseys, I like them.
Yeah. So, what were your thoughts about Cam Newton's wardrobe?
I know he dressed like that last year too, but then I seen his picture today about, wear a mask or whatever. And I just don't get it. It's whatever. It looks like my grandma going to church, but it's like a rainy day. It's got something on her head and stuff.
You know what?
See how
That
bad this outfit was.
was exactly what he was looking for. You
'Cause
know, when he put his
sometimes-
outfit on.
You got to pay homage to Grandma. I mean, dang.
Hey, it is what it is, right? Got to keep the legacy going.
Oh, the scarf. Oh, yeah.
And Bunny has seen it.
Ah.
I just giggled when I saw it. Like I said, I know he did that last year too. It's just funny.
Yeah, that's him. So,
Yeah, bless his heart.
and-
Somebody says, I am Groot.
oh, I am Groot. And Joe, you said that your top 3 will always be Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron, huh?
Yeah, I mean, like I said in my comment, I'm not big on basketball. Obviously, I know the big names like that, but that's probably how it's always going to go.
Yeah, and if
Just
you,
like Ruth's always going to be the goat in baseball, Babe Ruth. But that's so long ago. Like I said, the game's changed so much. You can now say Trout.
Mm-hmm.
what I'm gonna ask you, who would be your 4th person if you had a Mount Rushmore in basketball?
Whenever Stanton mentioned Tim Duncan, I thought that was a good one.
Yeah, I
I
think
thought that was a good one.
I think I saw Stan Cash App you real quick. So
Hey, like I said, I don't know much, but I know Tim Duncan. You know, he was great and got a good nickname too. But then, like Steph Curry, that's a good one too. You know, like just for like today's game, you know, with the threes and everything. But yeah, so he's fun to watch too.
Do you think Brad Miller had the correct name for Paul Goldschmidt? Call him the Big Fundy.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that pretty much fits.
The Big Fundy.
Right, comes to bat number 46, the Big Fundy.
So do you have a Mount Rushmore for modern day baseball players? Let's just say from players from the 80s on.
So tough. I would have to sit there and think about it.
Yeah.
And we can make it a little easier. Take out no, because pitching.
Here, if I like threw pitchers in there, you'd go like Trout, Jeter, then like Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson. No.
Shoot, I don't know. It's hard though. Like with the steroid era, like Ortiz is always going to be one of those big names, but steroids, I don't know if I can put them in that list. You know, there's a lot of guys in the 80s, 90s, 2000s that were busted for the steroids, so it's hard to do that right now.
Then you got Griffey, you got Ozzie Smith, because you say 80s.
Yeah, Griffey. Forgot about Griffey. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
You know,
Senior
like
and
it's-
junior.
Griffey's definitely up there. Griffey, Trout.
man,
There's just so many of them.
yeah, it'd be hard to pinpoint, especially on the fly right now. A top 4 of modern.
Well, it's hard to even do like whenever on 101 when they talk about a Rushmore of just Cardinals players. You know, and
Molina,
shoot,
Guarda,
since me and Brett have
Pujols.
been together, we lost all 4 of them. So, like,
Oh wow!
yeah,
we done
you
lost
know.
them.
Oh yeah,
Man.
and speaking of which, shouts out to our former guest Kevin Wheeler. He is now on KMOX. He's back home doing this thing.
Okay, Wheels, congratulations,
Yeah,
Wheels.
so-
Woohoo!
I think right now he's probably on live at this moment doing this thing. But yeah, he's back. He's back in the game. KMOX.
Good
So
job.
shouts out to him.
Shout out to
Yeah,
you.
whatever. Can't remember. It was like the last week of games. I never leave the house, but I was like, I'll just go with Brendan to leave. You know, stay in the car and while he gets groceries. And I heard his voice on Camel X, and that was nice to hear. I forgot that he used to work for them.
Yeah.
Say, hey, this is Kevin. This is who? Oh, he's back.
Right. Him and that voice and all that rock and all that kind of music, heavy metal he be playing.
It's the Kevin Wheeler Show on 101. And that's the exact music that plays. It's the Kevin Wheeler Show.
All right, so Joe, we know last night the Blues had a draft pick, and what that mean? What that mean?
Yeah, sorry, heartbreak.
I know
It's
I
rough today.
I know that feeling, honey.
I'm good.
Okay.
Strong.
Right. I was like, whoa, what happened now?
Want to talk about it, champ?
Breaking
We're
news.
that third trimester. It's been kicking.
I know. We are home Chris, baby.
Right.
Baby mama Bova.
Yeah, so the Blues,
Yep.
they drafted, is that Joe Neighbors? Is that correct?
I believe that's what it was. Joe Neighbors.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, Jake Neighbors. There we go.
Jake. Okay.
Jake from State Farm.
Close.
Jake from State Farm.
Yep, exactly. They got a 26 pick. He's a left wing. Thoughts on that move so far?
Honestly, like, I see people getting upset that we should have picked all these other people, but I mean, we got, what was it, 25th, 26th pick?
Exactly.
And for the comparisons that he's getting, I'm totally fine with it. You know, like, when it comes to the NHL draft, me and Brennan usually watch it. Like, we remember watching Fabry and Thomas getting drafted and getting all excited. But they're just, I don't know, the hockey draft just goes on for so long, and it's hard to keep up with all the different leagues for hockey.
Mm-hmm.
But here are the comparisons, like a Lucic, I like that. Like, especially back in his prime. He's a gritty player. He says he likes to emulate Matthew Tkachuk. I'll take a Matthew Tkachuk on our team. So, I mean, he's super young. Give him time. I think he'll be a
The NHL season more than likely will begin on January the 1st, which would be the Winter Classic if they still do it with Minnesota and the Blues. It sounds like it's going to be the same thing with the NBA. Start the season, around the beginning of the year. Instead of doing so, sound like we're going to only have football in the next within the next month. It's going to be this one sport for 2 months.
That's cool.
Yeah, like, and if you don't watch basketball, like if you don't have a team in the NBA or your team's out of MLB playoffs now, there's some people, it's like, what do they do? Usually hockey's on by now,
right? Right.
So, I mean, I'm enjoying watching playoff baseball regardless, but it is going to be weird once this is over. There's football, but that doesn't get really exciting until the later weeks.
Oh, football is always
especially with all these injuries.
Well, yeah,
That's what
college
makes it
football.
exciting.
I mean, it's only so many teams playing as well. College basketball, they usually start off in November. That's getting pushed back. So we'll see. It is going to be what usually goes on in sports in the summertime. Baseball is the only sport for the major ones. That's what's about to start happening with football. Without Sunday, it's going to be like a dead sports time.
Yeah, it's going to be really weird, that's for sure. It's going to be a slow winter.
So let's go ahead and get right into baseball. As of right now, as everybody looks on the screen, got a series going on, a good one between Tampa Bay and New York. Series tied at 1. Your Astros lost today against the A's, Joe. But the Astros are looking good. I know we know how you feel about them. And they
Still up 2-1.
Exactly. they out there trying to make a point that hey,
they're trying to say that they're not going to cheat and still earn their World Series ring. Honestly, huh?
So we think.
I mean, the pitching's what's going to make or break us right now. Says on the Astros fans, but I'm just enjoying it. I told my brother. I think even the picture I sent you, Fred, last week or 2 weeks ago of my picks. I had the Twins winning that series just because this year's been so weird.
Right.
I'm just enjoy watching them, honestly, and they're back to hitting like they've hit their entire careers. All of them are. So it's just been fun watching. They got a lot of young pitching that's exciting that will be fun to watch for years to come. They don't have JV or Cole like they did in years past, so I'm just enjoying it.
And then other series, you have the Dodgers and the Padres, and then the Marlins at the Braves. And I'm I didn't get it updated, but who won that game today? Was it the Marlins?
No, the Braves won 2-0.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
The Braves are strong. Like I picked the Braves to go far in the NL side. I did it, and they're doing it.
So
I picked the Cardinals, and so I'm out.
right.
I picked them as a wild card team, so I did my stuff right.
So with that being said, is this looking to be one of the most exciting MLB playoffs we've ever had?
I'd say yes.
Here. As of right now, there's 77 home runs in this playoffs. That is just, I'm sorry.
She came with the stats.
I want to see something else other than the freaking deep fly ball. That's 77. And the's only been, by the end of the night, there'll be 28 games played.
Wait.
38 in the wild card round.
Hold on, Joe. Hold on, Joe.
Are you doing math?
I thought chicks did.
Yeah, I did math before I got on the show.
Why are you doing? This isn't a math show. We come here to get away from math.
No, she's getting.
Because last night I went to bed and realized
that
there was 15 home runs in one day worth of baseball. That's ridiculous.
But that's because of the Rays and the Yankees. They had a slugfest.
Oh yeah, Yankees was out here just going nuts.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, no,
my goodness.
even today you got the A's hit
4.
5 homers, 4
5,
solos. Astros hit 2. It's just it's crazy. It's like I said, I like the small ball here and there and the double and the gap, like my tweet said. It's just like the Yankees struck out 18 times last night.
Yeah.
18 times in a 9-inning game. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, that's bad.
They took a page out of Harrison Bader's book then.
That's good.
That's just baseball though.
They on the ball.
Boring.
Playing.
And hey, I was just gonna say, I thought chicks did the long ball.
No, I like old-fashioned ball. The occasional home run there is nice. But 77 in 2 weeks? No, that's bad.
It's
That
not the
is
new era of
ridiculous.
baseball, though. I mean, we saw that with the steroid era, but outside the steroid era, it's still the new way of baseball.
It's
Just
the
like
ball's
the
juice. That's what
basketball.
it is. The ball is just juice. Like MLB keep coming out saying that. Oh, you guys still there?
Yep.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
here.
sorry. MLB and Manfred come out and say that they're not doing anything to the baseballs, but the players come out and said they know it's true. It's something's been happening, so it's whatever. I guess that sells.
Now,
Or maybe
what?
they could have corked bats. Shout out to Austin Huff.
Pew pew. Small plug.
Wow.
Small plug. So I asked about overall the exciting playoffs, but what about in general? Is this the most exciting group of players involved in the playoffs? Because look at the Cardinals. Know what happened with the Padres, the Tatis Jr. You have the Acuna Juniors, and for the Braves. You saw what Ozuna did doing the selfie after a home run. You see a little boy emotion from Giancarlo Stanton last night. He was looking at the ball for about 10 hours before he went around the base. You just seeing so much different attitude and flair and emotion. And I think this is perfect. This is exactly what Major League Baseball needed, was to get these players to say, you know what, screw y'all rules. We're going to just be us and have this attitude, have this emotion. I think this is going to be, this from what I'm seeing so far, this has been a perfect collection of these young MLB stars really showing that it's a new day in Major League Baseball. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree. It definitely is a new day. There are a lot of younger names that are, starting to establish their I guess their legacy.
Right.
For lack of better words right now. They're starting to establish their legacy in Major League Baseball, which is, I believe it's the right time. A lot of our beloved players, including some on the Cardinals, are getting to that point where it's time for them to go ahead and let it go and let the younger players take over. So with what I'm seeing from the younger players that are, exhibiting what they're doing right now, it is very exciting to watch.
Bunny?
And damn you, Ozuna, for not doing that here.
Right. Bunny, your thoughts?
Hey, I actually agree with Stan, and I'm glad, again, when the Tatis thing came out with the whole bat flip and people got in their feelings and it's not how it's supposed to be, and of course he did it since then. He's putting his stamp on, it's a new era of baseball. Us up-and-coming players are here. We want to change the rules. We're going to make it exciting. Hey, I like it. I'm here for it. Again, I know Joe is more on the traditional side, but I like the extra this. And hopefully with the rule changing of 7 innings on doubleheader stays forever, and some other changes. But, yeah, this is it. This is a new era of players in baseball, so Trout better do something soon or he's going to be left behind. He's good, but without being on a winning team and having some extra flair, he's going to be left behind. New group is like, bump that.
Joe, your thoughts?
I mean, like, I enjoy watching like the Tatis do all that stuff. Like, if you would have asked me 5 years ago, I probably would have been upset with it. But I know like the game's changing. I know it's good for baseball. I don't like all the new rules for this year. That's what I don't like. But the flair and stuff, I'm fine with that. Like, my brother texts me saying that Tatis should get one in between the ears or whatever. I'm like, why? I was like, it's good for baseball,
right.
Especially a town like San Diego. Like, they suck and now they're good. So like, it's whatever. I enjoy it, but it happens for 162 games too, not just these 16, 14 teams you see playing or whatever. Like, it happens. It's been happening for the last couple of years, but I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I do agree that it's probably bringing more people into, like, bringing their interest up for the game.
And I really hope that the Cardinals organization is really looking, like really having a hard look into how every game is being played. Because I feel like that's something that's lacking here in St. Louis is Bader may do something, but he doesn't hit enough to add more flair. You know what I'm saying? Like if he was more consistent, he can bring that kind of flair, that kind of attitude. But I hope the organization is really looking to this playoffs like, you know what? It's time to change up a lot of how we play the game. I ain't saying, don't be fundamentally, sound, but bring more emotion, more attitude, more fun to the game. I feel like the Cardinals organization is like the old stale.
I was about to say they stuck in the old school.
Exactly. Right? And truthfully, that's not going to bring them a championship in today's game of baseball.
It's not.
It's not.
I don't think they realize
and it's time for them to realize that. You can't, remember when Giancarlo Stanton was like, when he was getting wooed by the Cardinals, he even said, hey, those past championships, that doesn't impress me. It's all about what you're doing now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So the Cardinals need to look at how these teams are playing. Look at the Astros. Look at the Braves. Look at the Marlins. You know what I'm saying? Like their attitude, bottom feeders. They have an attitude. Look how the Patriots are just like 1 through 9. Every guy in their lineup is having fun. Tommy Pham being himself. Machado being himself. Just bringing out oozing confidence and attitude. I think we can only maybe say one person or two people may have that for the Cardinals. We need to change the culture up in regards to this. Let these guys just go out there and be them. I think Mike Shildt was asked after game 2 when Tatis Jr. had that home run and he had the big backflip. He was like, he kind of had like this whole little persona, like, hey, he did it, but I ain't really pay attention to it. That's part of the game. He just sounded like he just one of those guys, one of them old school 1975 guys that doesn't want that kind of flair to happen. You have to change it about the culture. Mm-hmm. Because
I didn't really take
though. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I really wasn't taking shit like that. Like I remember that, out of nowhere, everyone was saying something about the Cardinals, like getting butt sore about. No one got butt sore about that.
No,
like,
he didn't.
Shildt says that he doesn't do that, but that's part of the game, and that's that. Like, that's true. That's a lot of people still don't probably agree with it, but it's part of the game. Get over it. Shildt has fire. Was Shildt trying to back up his boy Yachty whenever Braun purposely hit him?
Hey.
Like that's showing fire. So I mean, I agree. Our team needs more of it, but I don't think that like Shildt doesn't want it.
Right.
Like Juan has it, Yachty has it, Flaherty has it.
You just need more players to have it, but I wouldn't put it on the manager either because there are some managers that are really good and they may not show it or that's not their style. Clearly, it's doing something that younger players tend to do alike. They may not be for it, they may not be against it, but if that's how he is, Shildt, or other old school managers, that's how they are, don't mean you can't have it in the locker room. But we know Yachty, like when Yachty retires, he still needs to stay with the organization because he still brings that fire and that passion that a lot of the other players don't have. So we still need that presence. Somebody else is going to have to bring it, but I wouldn't put it on Shildt. I just said who they're drafting or who they bring to sign in the offseason, that helps change that culture of adding that flair to it, not just the manager.
You brought up Yachty, and this is gonna be very controversial. So if you're gonna have some Cardinal fans gonna be hating on me, but I'm just keep it honest with you. If the Cardinals do not add not just one, but at least 2 premium at bats like a Lindor and I ain't saying a Lindor and Arenado, but at least one of those guys or type guys along with another at bat. If they do not bring those kind of guys in during the offseason, I personally would not sign back Yachty or Waino. Now, if they did bring those guys in, then I would bring back Yachty and Waino so then they can just be, continue to do what they pretty much have been doing. But if not, I would go full youth movement. That's just my opinion, but I think that's what they should do. If they bring in those top tier talent guys, okay, let's bring back Yachty and Waino. But if not, let's go all out full youth movement. Bring up Kisner. I know you was talking about what's the name of Ivan Herrera, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do a whole youth movement and let's change this culture up real quick. That's my opinion. What your thoughts on that?
I mean, like I said, I think the last 2 weeks is the off season's not going to be normal this off season.
Nah.
True.
It's any team that would be able to get a premier type of person like a Lindor is going to be someone like the Yankees or the Dodgers.
Or the Mets.
Or the Mets, because the Mets are, they spend that money all the time and they still can't be a 500 team. So I sadly think George Springer is going to go to the Mets. But anyways, I think regardless you have to bring them back, because if you even if you do get someone like a Lindor, oh my gosh, the world's ending, we get someone like a Frankie Lindor, you're still going to need that veteran presence like Yachty and Waino, and especially Dakota. He's not going to be there next year. Who knows what Miles Michaelis is going to be next year? Do we have Carlos Martinez next year? You're going to need someone like that. So I think you bring them both back regardless, but Cardinals fans and just sports fans all over, don't hold your breath for someone, because it's going to be, a lot of teams lost a lot of money. They had to lay off a lot of people. A lot of teams did this year because of COVID. So, I mean, I wouldn't hold your breath on anything big.
When I say put an asterisk by this for laying off people, of course they have the money. They're just choosing not to spend it on their employees. That's all. Because they're all multimillionaire and billionaires, so they have it. They just don't want to spend it.
Well, yeah, that's like I was telling Brendan. They all got the money, but every team, including the big teams, lost a lot of money this year because of no fans.
And they still got it because, those TV contracts are still going, though. They still got all that money, so. But I was thinking, this approved the Cardinals as an organization. If you want to keep Waino and Molina and still get those bats, you're going to have to open up your wallet. I've been saying it all summer. Open up your wallet. So if you're not choosing not to open up your wallets, you're insane. And what's the definition of insane or insanity? Doing the same thing, expecting different results.
Yep.
It's going to be them. It's going to be them doing a trade. That's what it would be. And you could trade for someone like Lindor, who has one more year left on his contract. But let's say, me and Brad were talking about this yesterday, ballpark, let's say you have to give up Nolan Gorman, Matthew Levator, Andrew Kisner, and you throw one more person in there. Do you want that for 1 year? There's no promise. Like Goldschmidt, everyone kind of knew in the back of their head we could sign him for a long term right away because Goldschmidt's that player. But does Frankie Lindor want to stay in the Midwest like he already is and play for a team like the Cardinals? Instead, he could go to the Dodgers. Corey Seager's a free agent next year. Frankie Lindor can go play on a coast and know he's going to make $300-something million. So that's my thing. Do you give up 4 or 5 top-tier guys for 1 year, Frankie Lindor?
No, that's not an ROI. You don't get a return on your investment with it. No.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can maybe do Nolan Arenado, but it's still going to be all that, plus you're taking in his money. But that's the thing. If they do expand the playoffs, that's why you got to think about it. If they expand the playoffs, teams like the Rockies aren't going to trade people like Nolan Arenado because everyone's going to think they have a chance.
That is also
it just changes everything.
I honestly do feel like when you go ahead and go with a younger core, there's something that changes in the mindset of that team. However, I do also believe that a veteran presence is sort of needed because, when you go with that young core, they are young, yes, full of energy, yes, but at the same time, they're still unexperienced. They don't have the just that tenure, that wisdom that a Yachty would have, that a Waino would have. So I would say, yes, I agree with what you're saying. If they don't bring in those, I wouldn't say right away per se, but I would say just sign them for 1 more year and then just verbally tell them we're not bringing you back after this year. Just let them know that if you can't get a young bat to try to help to change the mindset and the culture of the team, then just gotta let them go. But give them that farewell, give them a fair farewell season, because this don't count.
I would hate for Yachty and Waino not to come back next year, and this was their last year. That was
COVID,
right?
No fans. There's people that get a farewell tour every stadium they go to, and that's at least Yachty deserves that. Waino's more a for sure red jacket Hall of Famer, but Yachty's a Hall of Famer. That's just plain and simple. Yeah. So he would get that respect from everyone around the league, and he deserves that.
Indeed.
All right. So another thing, I know to me, it's frustrating. I know I brought up a while back, but because these guys are in the playoffs, the spotlight is even bigger, and it proves my point of how terrible of bad evaluators that the organization is. When you're seeing Randy A doing what he's doing, when you're seeing Tatis Jr. Now he did say he got offered money by the Cardinals, so it wasn't like they didn't offer anything. But you see what he's doing now. We already know about Luke Voigt, so that's fine. The trade for him, to get Goldsmith and Gallegos, okay, I'll take that. But you see what Pham is doing. You see what Magnus Sierra is doing. You see what Alcantara is doing. You see what Ozuna is doing. Like most of these guys are guys that the organization gave up on too soon because they wanted to accommodate certain players. And look how bad it's making the organization look as a whole. When you look at different games, and all you hear are these announcers saying, former Cardinal, he got traded for the Cardinals. Cardinals gave up on him too early, and you're seeing them shine. That really frustrates me because we could have had all this energy and flair and probably more wins if they would have been more patient. Like, for instance, Randy A. You know the reason why they traded him was because of that damn video.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's the reason, but I've also seen that the Rays, that's who they wanted.
Exactly.
That's just who they wanted. So it's, I guess you don't make the trades if, you don't give a team what they want. But here, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
If Tyler O'Neill gets traded this offseason, let's say to the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays is a very hitter-friendly park, plays in Camden Yards, plays in Yankee Stadium half their year. Say Tyler O'Neill gets traded to the Blue Jays and hits 300, hits 25 homers, swipes 20 bags. Are you going to say that we gave up on him too fast?
No, because he was one of the reasons why the Cardinals gave up on everybody else so they can give him more opportunity.
Well, I'm just saying. Like,
so
he's got a point there.
You know what I'm saying?
The only one that I'm upset
comparison.
about is Randy A. is because everyone talked him up so much last year.
Right.
Everyone did. Not just the radio, like everyone around the league did.
Right.
That's the only one that upsets me. The other ones don't really upset me. I mean, you don't get Ozuna if you don't give up Mag, Sierra, and Sandy. And we had 5 other Sandys at the time. One I'm still sore about is Marco, because I was a big Marco fan. But and then who we get for Marco? Tyler O'Neill. So that one really makes me mad because I can't stand Tyler O'Neill. But I mean, hey, half the league passed up on Mike Trout, some teams multiple times, and everyone in their miles passed up on Albert Pujols. So I mean, it happens. It just sucks because we have a lot in the span of like 2-3 years.
That's the problem. We have like a multitude of people who's succeeding that they could have been here still. That's all. That's just the part that sucks.
It's shitty. Like whatever. Like.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like when people talk about it so much on Twitter constantly. Like, man, Mo really screwed up with Randy. It makes me like not want to like Randy. Like, I'm happy for him right now. I just want to see him succeed.
Strike out every time, Randy.
when people talk about Voit constantly, I'm like, just get over yourself. And now I'm like to the point where I'm rooting against Luke Voit. I don't want to root against a St. Louis guy, but people just talk about it so damn much. So right now, I'm happy for Randy A. It's exciting to watch him play. And they were saying on here during COVID, he was locked up in his hotel room for a month straight because he kept testing positive, and all he knew was how to make chicken and rice. So this dude ate chicken and rice for a month straight and did 300 push-ups a day because he was bored. Dude gained 15 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, he looked jacked.
That might have a little bit to do with what's going on, but yeah, he gained 15 pounds of muscle.
Just a little.
Yeah.
And you said it was chicken and rice. I'm gonna write that down. 30 days.
Chicken and rice and push-ups.
That'll do it for you, huh? Chicken and rice.
Say no more.
Something nice.
Chicken and rice and
protein.
push-ups. That's it.
Yeah. So
Smooth. What you
sorry,
said earlier, I'm a little confused because you said the Cardinals being too patient, but then earlier this summer we were talking about the Cardinals. You're saying they're not patient enough. I'm sorry, they're being impatient. So I'm trying to think of the player we were talking about. Maybe it was Bader. Maybe it was somebody else.
Oh no! I was saying that the Cardinals were being impatient.
Okay, impatient. Okay,
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Never mind.
They already gave up on Randy A. They like, for instance, last year, how they brought up Tommy Edman, right? And Mike Schilt was bullish on keeping him in the lineup no matter what. How come Randy A. didn't get that same opportunity like Tommy Edman did? Tommy Edman, he played for Carpenter because Carpenter was hurt. Well, no, I'm sorry, he wasn't hurt.
Right.
He was trying to find his swing. Then he got hurt and whatever. Then Randy A came up because Bader was tripping. They sent Bader to AA, AAA, whatever, and they rushed Bader back in because he hit one home run in friggin' AAA. Like, oh, he's back now. But you never gave Randy A. that full opportunity for him to shine.
Okay, you're right.
That's my issue, is that you gave Edman all this opportunity, but you didn't do the same thing for Randy A.
I think it's just because Edmund had the, I can never pronounce the word, versatility to play outfield and infield. So I think that's what, and he could play every position pretty much in the infield. I think that had a lot to do with it. But I mean, I'll always go back to saying that when they announced their powder blue jerseys and that's when they made Bader like the face of the franchise. But I still, to this day, will say that I'd rather 100% have Bader over O'Neal. Go to my grave saying that. I think he's just a better all-around ball player than Tyler O'Neill.
Yeah.
And neither
Doesn't
one
mean
of
I
them
don't want him on my
honestly-
team for the next 10 years, but still.
Exactly. That's what I said. Neither one of them are like the face of a franchise in the making.
No. And then, like I said a few months ago, if everybody else was doing their job, then, okay, Bader and O'Neal can struggle, and it won't be highlighted. But because we don't have a team full of 1 through 7 at least being productive, then they're highlighted because of what they're not doing. But it goes back to what Joe and I have been saying for the longest time. It's the organization. It's them not evaluating the correct guys. You're letting the wrong guys go. And now you're being embarrassed because of what they're doing on primetime TV in the playoffs. That's the part that that frustrates me. But like Bunny says, who am I?
Yeah, I mean, like, we can sit here and blame the players as much as you want, but at the end of the day, it's not their fault, they're just trying to do a job. I can suck at my job, screw up on a call or something, but if my boss isn't trying to help me to fix it, then that's on them. And that's the same thing with the Cardinals, Mo and DeWitt. We're speaking of, I was asking Brendan yesterday, where the hell has Michael Gersh been? I haven't heard from this dude in like 2 years.
Hey, maybe he got the COVID too. He just ain't letting everybody know.
Maybe they're just keeping him out of these Zoom meetings or whatever because of, I don't know, but
I just thought
it was pretty funny. Like, I haven't seen that guy once this year.
The last time I heard from him was like one interview he had on 101 ESPN, and that was like during the original training camp. I haven't heard nothing else from him throughout the whole season.
Yeah.
He just fell off the face of the earth. I mean, even if you had COVID, you got to eventually bounce back unless you die.
But here's another thing, though, too, is we can sit here and blame Mo, but Mo can only do so much because DeWitt's the one that has the wallet, That's why they call him the wallet.
And
if he doesn't give Mo the money or the okay to do something, then he can't do it.
And that goes back to them being a still organization.
DeWitt and even the scouts know two things. One, open up your wallet to get better talent. The same thing you're doing is not working. But the scouts, I mean, Mo is not out there scouting a lot of these players. He does, but not like that. He's not hands-on like that. So who's giving him the information and the intelligence of, hey, this person here, is either the players are just falling off once they get closer to getting drafted or in the farm system, or the scouts are not doing a good job. One or the other. Someone's got to give, though, and this is what? 2020, so we was in the playoffs. Prior to this year, 2019, 20. So when we've gotten into the playoffs over the last few years, we know we're not going to go far. Nobody knows, like, oh, yeah, the Cardinals are definitely going to be in a pennant and maybe have a chance to go to the World Series. We haven't had that real talk in a while because we know what we have out there is not going to cut it. And even with the next season, spring training, we know that. So it's like, what gives and when are y'all going to change?
But see, here's the thing: is that the scouts are actually finding the talent, but the issue is that after they acquire the talent, then it's about, okay, who should we bring up, who should we keep, who should we let go to acquire somebody else? That's where the issue is. We're actually finding the talent, and which I won't get into it today, but maybe it's a bigger reason why certain players are getting let go so fast. I don't know.
You think?
I don't know. We may say that for a different show.
You think? What you mean save it for a different show? We were saying it was a dog was here. You finally coming around to it.
No, I ain't gonna say that.
If it was a snake, it would have been dead. It didn't already ditch
I ain't gonna say that because look at what I said about Tommy Pham 2 years ago.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's not what we were saying. That was 2 years ago. Then you stopped. We were saying it the whole time.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's something else right there, man. But the Cardinals, if they don't change their ways, man, you had to start being more modernized with these decisions and how you let these players play. And if they don't do that, they're going to be getting to the playoffs just barely and then doing what they did these last 2 years. Last game of the season.
Early.
You're not leaving early because you're not being productive.
Hey, crazy stat though I seen on Twitter is this is the first year that an NL Central team hasn't made it to the CS since 2010.
I saw that.
And Cardinals ran like 7 of those, which is crazy.
And it's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy because you had like 7 teams from the Central, AL, and NL, and they all got bounced in the first round.
Gone.
The even crazier thing is the Cardinals were always looked at as the worst team out of all of them, and we made it further than any one of them.
Right.
And put up more runs than any of them.
Yup.
It's crazy.
We still be trash sometimes though.
And you know, and how, what's the word? It's a microcosm of how the last game ended.
Spell it.
I ain't gonna try. Hey, I'll go on Google real quick. MIC. But anyway, how they? Oh Lord, he asking Siri. But how the Cardinals lost game 2. They could have had the victory, but lost game 2. I don't know about y'all, but I kind of saw the writing on the wall that Flair's going to have a great game pitching, but then we faced this bullpen committee by the Padres, and we did diddly poo. I saw that coming. Am I the only one who saw that coming, or did y'all see that too?
I did not.
It makes sense.
Too.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
You know?
It was a given because you just know their track record from this bubble, that how they are.
Yeah.
No surprise.
Yep. Well, everyone.
I'm always hopeful for my Cardinals. Faithful to a
You can
fault.
be hopeful, but we're realists too. I'm just saying.
I'm hopeful to a fault.
Well, that's
Damn it.
that's my thing. Me and Brennan usually every year, our only thing we fight about is like sports and like money or something. And like this year, I've been just calm. I don't want to get my blood pressure up and everything, and it's just such a weird year. But I'm always a realist, and I would always say that like that's why we would argue, and he would try to be like every other Cardinal fan. But this year, the only time I ever like felt like okay, a little negative was once Goldie struck out looking with runners on, I think second and third to end the 5th inning of game 3. I knew that was it right there. And then the next inning they scored. So, but yeah, that's like the only time I felt like super negative at this time of year. But I wasn't even that upset after the game because then we found out that Gibson passed away.
Oh yes,
My
how can I
hormones were
forget
going
about
crazy that
that?
night because I actually cried a little bit.
Yes, how can I forget about bringing that up? Like in the span of a month, we lost Bob Gibson. I mean, I'm sorry, Lou Brock.
And Lou Brock.
But and you know what?
26 days apart.
Stan, I got something I want to show to everyone. So take over this conversation real quick, talking about Bob Gibson.
Okay. Hey guys, we're talking about Bob Gibson. So yeah, you said it was 26 days apart, Joe?
Yeah, 26 days apart.
Yeah, that's definitely those
And
are
what's
just
sad is
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you got it.
No, I was just gonna say, like, whenever we found out Lou died, I told Brendan, I was like, it's sad because Gibson's next, and he's like, don't say that. I'm like, I'm serious though. You know, out of the goats, like Gibson's next, and I know he was kind of sick too. And then sure enough, 26 days later, he passed.
Yeah, pancreatic cancer is no joke. Cancer just sucks, period. But definitely, you know,
That's true.
if you have it like that bad, it's that. Look, whenever we get back to a new normal and a open day for the Cardinals, it's definitely not gonna be the same because the red jacket wearers and our Hall of Famers are not there like they used to be.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, the beginning of the show is like, since me and Brendan have been together, we've lost Stan, we've lost Red, we've lost Lou, and now we lost Gibby. And that's like the that's like the four big guys right there that everyone's really look forward to seeing at opening day and at playoff games.
Wait a minute. So does that mean that you and Brandon need to split for a little minute or something? Y'all call
Get out of here! Get out of here! We're about this month we celebrate 6 years of marriage, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, congratulations!
Congrats, y'all.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. So I had.
Actually, what's your due date?
January 4th.
Okay, so
Nice.
you're gonna get a tax write-off. She's gonna come a little early.
I'm hoping that's
That's the
why I'm
plan.
hoping.
You could be a birthday twin. My daughter's birthday is December 29th, and she was due in mid-January.
Be here on December 22nd, and that's because we found out I was pregnant on my abuela's birthday this year, which was on Cinco de Mayo, and that's her Nicaraguan birthday. And then
Nicaraguan. Okay.
and then
Okay.
her middle name's going to be Ramona, which is my abuela's middle name, and the initials all line up. But her American birthday sounds silly, but that's a long story. Her American birthday is December 22nd. So I got this little like theory miracle type thing that she's going to be here on the 22nd. So we'll see.
I'll take it, honey. December babies rock. Woohoo!
So the reason why I told Stan to hold me down for a minute is because a few weeks ago, my cousin, shouts out to my cousin Ronald Simpson, he asked me, he said, did you want to have the obituary for Lou Brock? And that's what I have right here on my screen is the actual obituary for Lou Brock right here. I'm going to go ahead and
Awesome.
post it. I'm going to post it on our page later on. Nice, and of course it's going to be super nice and everything. But this is the obituary right here. Maybe eventually get one for Bob Gibson. But I'm like, yeah, I would definitely want to have that and show it off to the people on the show, man. And it was real cool.
Thanks for thinking of us.
Yeah, so shouts out to my cousin Rhonda for that. And with that being said, overall, man, that's our show.
That's it.
That is it. Tomorrow
That's all we got.
we will have a guest tomorrow. He'll be joining us via Zoom.
Yeah.
He is the current boys head basketball coach at John Burroughs, and he's a full-time basketball trainer. He has his own academy. Corey Frazier will be joining us, talking a lot of basketball, a lot of St. Louis hoops and everything like that. So we have a very fun show.
In the PHL. No.
Right. Very fun show.
Don't hate on this, Stan. Don't hate on it.
All right, so with that being said, man, that's the Platform Sports Talk Show. Joe, if you don't mind, just stay on after we go off the live. We'll do a little debrief. And with that being said, thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure y'all get them shares going. Show love to everyone, to us. Let everybody know about what we got going on here as we keep this thing going. By this time, well, no, tomorrow they're not playing. They're playing on Friday. But Stan, good to have you back
I
here.
definitely thought it was tomorrow too.
Right.
I don't know why they did 2 games with this one.
Right.
It's like, jeez.
But yeah, Stan, great to have you here, man.
It's great to be here.
To everyone watching, thank you very much.
Nice to meet you, Stanton.
It's nice to meet you too. Joe, was it? I think it was Joe. I
Right.
think I got that right.
Buddy, good to see you on Zoom. I know you won't be available tomorrow, so I hope I pray for everything that you're going through, and
Thank you.
look forward to seeing you next week.
Breaking news: Randy A just grounded out.
Hey! Now what? what? Okay.
Yes.
He's human after all. Cardinals, good job. Good job, Cardinals. He's a grind out machine now.
We gave up right in the nick of time.
Oh, hey, Joe, show off your shirt real quick if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, just got this today. I knew we weren't gonna go far, but I just like it, and I got an XL so I can fit in it.
Hey,
Respect to you, baby.
Look at the
Yes,
bump.
honey.
Look at the
I
bump.
need one of those. Yes.
I love it.
Doing the
Got
bump.
Brendan one, got me one. I wanted one for Mia, but oh well, they didn't have baby size.
Yeah.
But they just had the regular Cardinal baby onesie, so we made it start her off with that.
All right, and Joe, you have a good one. Once again, just stay on after we go off the live stream. Everybody else, thank you very much for watching. Once again, it's your boy Smooth.
And I'm standing, baby.
Bunny.
And of course, there it is. All right, y'all have a good one. The Platform Sports Talk Show. See us tomorrow, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, when it's about sports.
Really, Stan?
Bunny.
It becomes our business.
And business just picked up. See, you got to go through the training. We didn't do the training. That's on me. We didn't go through the deep. Lord, we did not go through the training.
It's all good. Peace out, y'all. We out with it, y'all.